was not very.
Was she like
1885?
Oh, was she like a worker?
Nope, she was a customer. She was a.
Pardon me,
The workers didn't give a shit.
Squire.
I set up in the back of a church to shoot a Victorian wedding, and the woman looked behind her, got all indignant, said, "Oh, that camera is pretty modern for being here," and then her and her kids got up and left.
And were you like, how else am I going to shoot the news?
I said, "It is older than your cell phone."
You should have just started to pretend to like crank it or something. It's like,
Oh yeah, that was
does this work?
That was a sick burn. That was a sick cell phone burn.
Yeah.
I wonder if she caught. That's probably why she left.
Probably.
Like, oh, he's right. Oh shit, I gotta go.
Got me there.
Yeah. How's everyone doing? Let's get some audio talks. Audio level talks.
I was doing that. That's what I was doing.
Yeah, everyone else too.
Saved that story. I saw that happen. I said that was good for audio level story.
Everyone else as well.
Long enough for Matt Eads to get my audio level.
That was a good story.
It was a great story.
I liked it.
Beginning, middle, end. We learned a little.
I didn't like the middle part. I liked the beginning and the end.
If I had stuck the landing on the middle, I would have saved it for the actual recording.
You guys remember that time that Eid said what was the call or what was the reason for the fire? I also didn't realize that you meant a building fire. I thought you meant just like a fire, like they were having a fire.
Yeah, so did I. That's when I'm like, oh, were they roasting
why?
a pig or?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
Ringing-
Why would they
ringing
send the news
harvest
to cover a
It
fire?
could have been a event. They cover
like
events.
Slow
Backyard
news
fire.
Yeah.
Slow ass news day.
Just
Could have
like,
been a big bonfire for some sort of holiday that I don't know about.
yeah, summer bonfire day.
Yeah, that's a thing.
The wedding through the ages at the Fort Edmonton Park was why I was there. There was a Victorian wedding, a fort wedding. I only went to the Victorian one because it was too hot, and then I left.
Yeah, it was definitely hot out today.
Very hot.
Too hot.
Hot damn.
I found that out on my multiple trips out to the porch.
Yes, it's 31 degrees.
Had a boy.
32?
Yeah, it was like 32 when I left.
It's too hot.
Bullshit.
That's real hot.
Warm out today.
That's a good excuse to stay hiding in your basement playing No Man's Sky all day.
Is that what you did?
Yeah,
Fuck.
Do you really play No Man's Sky?
I'm not sure yet.
No Man's Sky play you. It's really.
I might buy that game. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm also super not sure.
I like that they pulled that all together, but I also don't want to encourage that sort of business practice.
I'm in exactly the same spot. Where
It's the same business practice as every game.
it looks neat,
Well,
but
most of them are better at the beginning, and
That's
then
true.
they get better.
Yeah.
This one was bad at the beginning,
it
and
was
then
very
got better.
bad. They just need their messaging to be a little better. If they were a little more, if they use the words early access at any point or like alpha.
I feel like the fact that I
Beta.
didn't buy it right at the beginning means they burned me less, which increases my chance of playing this now.
Good. Keep talking for a sec.
I'm going to play No Man's Sky, maybe. We will see.
Is it still on sale?
Found it.
I don't know. I assumed it had never been more expensive,
Yeah,
considering
no,
it
it
had
is.
never been better.
It's half off. It's more expensive on Xbox for some fucked reason, but it's
'Cause
Oh,
it's,
let's not get it on that then.
all over the place.
It's their first release on Xbox
That's correct.
with the next update.
It did sound fucked in my headphones, but then it sounded less fucked when you changed it and told me to keep talking.
It's because you're echoing off someone. I'm trying to figure out who it is. I think it's Kevin.
Bing. I don't know if my
my mic
maybe
backwards?
my mic might not be right.
Where?
Nah, everything looks good. Now I can't hear myself.
Yeah, I know. Only Brando's mic is on.
Bing.
Okay, now talk.
Ding.
Still fine. Now talk.
Ding.
Now talk.
Oh, that's
That's
it.
the
That's
one.
the one.
And it's Mr. Warren.
Do I gotta do something?
I don't think it's an echo. Warren just seems to be picking up way more room
Yeah,
audio
like
too.
I can hear myself breathe a lot.
We can.
We be breathing.
Fuck with it all.
Who was sitting here last time? Somebody quiet, probably.
Well, then the mixer's so old at this point that like I think the knobs are not accurate anymore. So
Ah.
half power doesn't seem like half power
Right.
all the way across.
That's fair.
Fucked.
Good.
Just buy new ones. They're cheap, right?
Yeah. I've got 3 of these fucking things already.
Can you like Frankenstein them into one usable one?
I don't think so. I tried once and it didn't go so well.
That would be something.
Give me a little more Warren.
This mixer's for this microphone, and this mixer is for these 2 microphones. Everyone else can go fuck themselves.
Here.
And
Right up
then
the ass.
third mixer mixes the two mixers.
Yes. Yes, a mixer for your mixers.
Nice.
It's a mixer party.
And
That's
this
what it is.
mixer is for putting beers on so that the table doesn't get rings on it.
Well thought out plan. That is.
Like my PlayStation copy of Destiny that I was supposed to give to Kevin and never did. that Kevin can still have if he wants.
It's too late now.
I know. Destiny 2 came out. Why did I have another copy of that? I think
It came with the PlayStation.
Got it with it,
Yeah.
Check. Okay, I think we're getting close. Everything's especially fucked today.
Ding.
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 I'm not saying.
One
Kevin's
more
mic
ding.
doesn't work.
Come on,
My mic
what's
doesn't
on?
work.
It's not on. I didn't hear the last ding, Kevin.
The only time
Can we
you
get
can say ding is when you follow it by fries are done.
God. You guys
Is
say
this
like
your
such
beer?
Zombies. No, this one's mine.
Yeah, but is this your
yeah.
can of beer? Like,
Yeah.
do you own this can of beer?
Yeah, no, I think I own this can of beer. Oh, but yes, I do also own that
Okay.
can.
May
Yeah.
I open this can of beer?
Yeah, I yelled upstairs. You didn't hear me?
I heard Kevin yell, "They're not mine, so go ahead." And then
Oh, and then I was like,
shut
they're
the old,
mine. They're
shut
mine.
the old
Go
brain
ahead.
off.
Okay, I think we're pretty good.
Good.
We'll have to tweak as we go.
Like to
As
tweak
always.
you.
Because we have three, or everyone, the rotations are, Oliver is a very small man, and you're a very large man. It's polar opposites.
That's why I like to sit where he sits, because it's funny.
It is good.
Fucks
If
it.
you were to go
He
from
sits-
the last episode to
He
this
sat
episode.
here last time because he just likes to fuck shit up.
Good.
I feel like Oliver is the one that moves.
He started sitting there. Like
Yeah, when I first started,
when we
that's where
started
he would
doing the
sit.
show,
Yeah.
he would always sit there, and
Yeah.
then he started moving around.
Yeah, I don't know. We just got to leave a short mic out for him.
I feel like the last 7 shows I've done have been this 4 people, so I know where to sit
Entirely
every
possible,
time.
yeah.
Yep.
It's the A team. What can I say? I wanted the best, so I called in the heavy hitters.
That's right.
The A stands for all right.
We're the V team. I'm the bottom of the V. Everything's got to go through me. All right.
Yeah.
That's why we're so efficient.
I'm the middle. Like I'm the middle of one of the sides.
Yeah.
Probably the left side.
I always thought of you more as the right side of the V. I don't know why.
I was
It's
just left-handed, so I
Yeah.
assumed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I feel like every time you tell me that, I'm always like, oh, I didn't know you're left-handed.
Yeah.
But I must have known you were
Right
left-handed.
side.
They didn't beat that out of you in Catholic school?
No, they tried.
Yeah.
The devil struck them down.
That's fuck. My aunt was left-handed naturally, and she like learned to become right-handed.
Yeah.
It's really strange.
Did you see what Nightbot just did there?
What did Nightbot do?
I don't know. The word reckless too sweet came out without the too sweet.
Good.
I don't know why that.
Yeah, I don't know either.
My buzz drunk.
How
That's
that
okay.
worked.
Oh, maybe his sub ended. That's probably what happened. Well, I guess he'll just. That's a good.
You'll just say it.
That's a business
Yep.
plan.
Yeah.
I planned that.
Yeah.
It was all-
Someone gift him a sub.
Oh, let's protect the business, brother.
Every now and then I get an email saying, oh, yeah, you took your $5 and gave it to Matt Eads.
Thank you for your $5.
Yeah.
I only get half of it. You could
What?
just give me $5. It'd be
I probably
way,
should.
way more efficient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you don't get the emotes that you never use.
Yeah,
you
it's
gotta
true.
make the number go up.
It's true. I don't know if you've ever once. You do have to make the number go up.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever. Have I ever even seen you too sweet? I don't know.
Yeah, I too sweet.
Do you?
Maybe not from my own account.
Yeah.
I usually just lurk. I don't spend very much time in the chat.
Mm.
I shouldn't say just lurk. I listen too.
Good. That's kind of lurking. Lurking
Yeah.
is, if you're.
But I don't just leave it on and,
Yeah.
and go do my errands.
Yeah.
I do sometimes.
Yeah. I
Sometimes
probably
you have things to do.
God bless
Yeah.
you. God bless you, gentlemen. Thank you for leaving it on while you do your errands.
Yes.
If everyone in the world did that,
You'd be the most popular stream in the world.
it'd be great. Yeah, it'd be real good. We could do some real cool stuff.
Wonder how many emotes you would get with 3 billion subs.
I think it caps. I think it caps at like, I don't know. It's not that many. Maybe 20 or so.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit.
Max has about 20. So I figure if he must have the max because his name is Max.
Makes sense.
So I mean, if anyone was going to
Yeah.
get the max, it'd
That
be
logic checks out.
yeah.
You should change your name.
I'm thinking about it. 1 letter,
Yeah.
2 letters.
Matt 6.
Well,
Max.
I'd be Max you, and I would just go by Max.
Mm-hmm.
What?
There's been some dumb shit said in this room before.
Oh, and that's the one, huh? That's it. Too far, guys.
I mean,
Let's smarten it up, please.
if you take a T
Uh-huh.
and kind of rotate it, it kind of looks like an X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
it'd be Max with 2 X's.
But like
Yep.
the
Crooked
bottom
T's.
the bottom right would be like longer, so it kind of looked like a logo, like a brand.
Stylized. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would be.
You
Like
just
the
have
Max
to,
is racing off to the left.
you have
Or
to
flip them
start
so they're symmetric.
by changing your signature so that it's really slanty.
Oh, it's slanty.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I like a good slanty signature.
Yeah.
Might as well be writing
My signature
sideways.
sucks. My signature is me just writing my name, and like it looks like it says Matthew Eads
Because you were
in handwriting.
you never had athlete aspirations,
No, that's
so
right.
you never had the like, hey, I work on my autograph.
Quick scroll.
Yeah.
I had one of the people who I deal with at work sent me this email for signing up for this online, like, file sharing program thing where you have to sign for it. So I was using the mouse on this fucking online signature thing, and I was trying to get my signature right with using a mouse. It's really fucking hard.
Oh, yeah. Even on the little fucking
I hate
touch
those
pens,
things.
I'm
Fuck,
like,
I hate them.
you like finish like writing it, and then you like look at the clerk and you're like, I swear that's me.
It was great though, because I like wasted like a good 30-45 minutes just fucking with my signature on this website. I'm like, sorry, I gotta do it. Sorry, boss. If it doesn't look like my signature, it's not valid.
That's right.
The Amazon man now asks me. He just holds his phone out, and I have to like sign with my finger.
Yep.
And it is the most unintelligible fucking. It is like not even letters. It's just like squiggles, and I'm like, yep.
Yeah.
So, okay, am I good to go? See ya.
Most of the time, it like doesn't even pick
Thanks.
up half the shit that you put on
No.
there.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to like type in the name after, I think, in letters. And he's just been asking me. He's like, "Hey, what's the name?" I'm like, "It's Matt." He's like, "Okay." I'm like, well, that's not. Do you need last name or?
No, they went to your house.
enough.
Some guy signed it named Matt.
Yeah.
Imagine being left-handed on those things. You're just fucking like, you go to move your hand and it just drags the whole fucking line with it.
You smear a hole.
The worst is eyes, when you have to dot the I, because it's tough to pinpoint where it's supposed to be, so it winds up like
In the middle
above
of the
the
B.
A or
Yeah.
something on my last name.
Cross the T's.
I have a good signature. It's because my name is very symmetric in how it's spelled. There's
You doing something
4 R's and 2 A's between my two
Do
names.
something fancy. Do you
The
have one
middle
of those?
part is very similar.
One of those signatures that actually takes longer to write out. It's like very
No.
artsy.
No, I read. Snap it off real quick.
Bad,
Boom.
bad case of
Out of there.
calligraphy as a kid.
Mine looks like Binch.
Oh,
'Cause
that's what we call you.
yeah.
Oh, Vinci.
The L kind of gets lost in the B.
Yeah, as it does.
I'm going fast. You're going
Signatures.
Riveting stuff.
Absolutely. What do you say we start a podcast?
fast. All right.
All right, I can sign off on that.
I got the chat open, and I'm going to steal everyone's clever comments as my own.
Yes.
We're going into podcast mode, which means we're not going to actively. We're going to pretend we're not looking at the chat, even though we are. But we'll check in at the break. We'll check in afterwards. So if anybody pops in and says, "Hey, hi, hello," just let them know we're doing this thing. This is an iTunes show, and if we started, just us reading the chat, it would be a shitty thing to listen to after the fact. Good?
Good.
Okay. Wow, the energy.
There we go.
It's so sticky down here.
What's the chat say?
Screw the chat. He says, "Screw the chat. Those guys are lame."
Yeah, sticky. My ball's currently on my leg.
Muggy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got very form-fitting undergarments, so I'm protected,
You came prepared.
supported, lifted, and supported.
Good.
Separated.
So you gotta have.
Yeah.
Those are
absolutely.
the best kind of underwear.
Yeah.
I got the
Yeah.
work underwear and the podcast underwear, and there was just no time today to fix.
very
to go
difficult.
Get changed.
You don't use you got like a separate home and work.
Yeah,
Situation?
they're on hooks on the wall. And they're all labeled. Yeah.
I mean, you get one pair.
You go like baggy at work and form fitting at home. Is that what you do?
No, I go like longer at work and like more short and compact for
Oh,
podcasting.
okay, yeah. I'm wearing. It's episode 235 of the Talking Reckless podcast, by the way. Hi, my name is Matt Eads. Wearing the tightest underwear I've ever worn in my life. Brand new pack today. They're a little smaller than I like.
The voice is an octave higher.
Yeah. But I didn't like them, but I'm kind of.
You gotta break them in a little bit
Yeah,
too, right?
everything is held in place in a
Yep.
way that I feel fast. I feel sleek. Kevin Byer, how is your package supported?
As good as it can be actually.
Great. The dinner not dangling today.
Not today. No, I like it when it's kept up and lifted away from my legs.
That's where you want to be when it's
Yeah.
auto. We're embarrassed.
In the immortal words of Thomas Petty, I'm free ballin'.
I love that song. Yeah, going command over there.
It's the way to go,
Is
right?
that how it goes?
Yeah, that's the song. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Then you're like sticking to your pants and
That's the way to live.
Brandon Lynch.
I'm a banana hammock man.
Okay.
First and foremost.
That's the Borat up around the.
I don't know.
Okay. It's just a sock on my wang. That's all that is.
Imagine a job where your only job was to wear around underwear before it was packaged, so it was broken in from Matt Eads and the light customer.
Yeah, that I could I
get
could
behind
I
that?
could do that. Yeah, I could get behind performing that task and having that task.
It's the world's
perform.
best kept secret.
I
Yeah.
would not want to be
But you're not supposed to know.
the person who buys that underwear after the fact.
We're all buying
It's
the underwear.
washed. No,
They're
it's
doing
washed.
it.
What if it's a
They're
celebrity?
doing it.
Fuck.
What if it's someone? What if George Clooney is going to break in?
No.
What if it's John Cusack?
No.
What if John Cusack's sack could touch where your sack will later?
I might be on board then.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
I guess they're like, you'd have to make sure it was someone with the same size dick as you.
Yeah, roughly same proportions.
Yeah.
$1 million idea. Professional shoe breaker inner. You send me some kind of. I send you a thing and you scan your foot and then you send the scan back to me and I make a model of your foot and I break your shoes in for you.
Gosh.
And then they're pre-broken in.
Is that just like a foot, like the mold of a foot on a stick?
Yeah.
In a shoe?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then I have to.
So you just walk down the street with your feet and then the 2 feet
It'd be
and the
like-
stick on the side.
It'd be like drywall stilts. It'd be they're like boots that would have the model of the foot on the bottom and then the shoe to be broken in on it.
I see.
So I'd be like wearing a boot that would go into the shoe,
Oh,
and then I'd break it
I
in.
was picturing more like a cross-country skiing
Yeah.
thing.
I was
Oh,
picturing.
that's a good idea. Okay, we could do two at once.
Yeah.
I was picturing more like a set of stilts, but instead of like just one, it's like 50 on
Oh.
each foot.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Then
a
you
good one,
can-
too.
Yeah, you can maximize your
mass producing.
breaking in at the same
Yeah.
time.
$1 million idea.
There you go.
And it's all mail order. It's my new way. I'll tell you about it next week. We're gonna work out the fine print.
Twitch thing isn't working out. Go on your shoes.
Well, yeah, we're gonna do both. We're gonna
I know a
multitask.
guy who used to sell shoes. He can help you out with some shoe knowledge.
Good.
I got a shoe guy. all
Okay,
right? I'll
okay.
hook you up.
It's July the 30th. I don't know if I said that. Welcome, everyone. Talking about this podcast. How y'all doing?
It's fucking hot.
It is so hot already. Usually we come down to the studio. It's in the basement. So it's a little cooler, a little fresher. Even down here, it's already starting to.
It's significantly better down here than up there, though.
It is, yeah.
I'm actually somewhat comfortable.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
But
I'm okay for now,
not
but
bad,
I can feel it starting.
I got a cold beer.
Also, it's July 29th.
Which means Monday, July 29th?
No, today is July 29th.
Sunday, July 29th?
Yeah, which
You
means
said July 30th?
yes.
Yeah.
Which is when the
Oh,
podcast
you're doing that. Oh,
It's-
okay.
Is this your first time on the podcast?
Maybe. Man's been porching a little too hard, maybe.
Yeah.
Today.
Wow. It's the heat.
I always thought you did it the day that we record.
No, we always do it real time. Because the
I'm
day
used to
always
my
flips
own way
around.
then. My bad.
Oh, yeah, that's okay.
Breaking kayfabe.
You
Yeah.
post the same day you record usually.
True.
Speaking of breaking kayfabe, let's just get all the announcements out of the way. I stream full time on Twitch, 40 hours a week. Would love to have you there. Twitch.tv/TalkingRecklessPodcast. The Sat Pod. Back in fighting form. Big announcement last week.
Yep. We're going to be back regularly every week.
Boom.
On Thursdays.
Fucking A.
So Thursday night will be our first one back, and then we'll be back at it every single week.
Satpod.podbean.com.
So does that mean wrestling's good again?
No.
No, it means we have a studio.
Yeah.
Can confirm. Wrestling's still not good.
Yeah.
I am the floating fourth chair now.
The part-timer.
Yes, right. No, I'm the Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. The Beast.
That's right.
Yeah, so 4 times a year.
That's right. And this is gonna be the best 4 shows of the year.
You guys play any video games? Warren, I know you played a couple video games.
I did.
You should tell me about some of them.
I played them both today, as a matter of fact, because I realized that every time I come here, I don't really have much to talk about as far as games that I played. So I,
Cram them into you.
yeah, just cracked through a couple. I played some Hitman today.
I saw you doing some elusive targets.
Yeah, it was broken for me. So like it wouldn't load. It was saying that I didn't have any of the DLC installed, which I did because there's a way that you can just click on it. And it's like, oh, this is already installed. So I rebooted it twice. Both times said, like all of my levels that I'd already completed were saying, no, you don't have this, you don't have this. And I thought maybe it had half of it was on one storage, half of it maybe got moved around. And then I rebooted it third time. And then I had all that figured out. So that was good. But then I started that elusive target thing. And I played it for probably 2.5 hours.
Okay.
And never once found the target. Never once saw the target, even in the distance or anything.
Which map, which target? I might actually know.
I don't remember the map.
It's one of the
It's
first.
the one
Yeah, was it Gary Busey?
with no. It's the map with that usually has like the rock star on it. He's in the singing vocal booth, and you
Oh,
could
yeah.
rig the mic up.
Yeah. It's the one I'm like.
It's so good.
It's one of the later ones. Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's what's weird is that it was saying elusive target, and then when I inevitably failed after I had been caught in every single disguise possible, and I was just fucked. So I just, okay, just kill me, and then I lose. I looked it up because I'm like, well, I must have like missed something major because I never even saw the person, whatever. And then I looked up like a guy doing a playthrough of this specific elusive target, and it loaded the level with all of the Rockstar people in it, but was counting it as the elusive target.
Oh, weird. Weird. So did it like...
Because when I watched the guy do the playthrough, none of the Rockstar, none of those guys were in it, and they were in mine.
Weird. So it like loaded you into the wrong hit, even though...
But it still counted as my one attempt at the elusive target.
Ooh,
so when I was done, I was like, well, I just blew 2.5 hours for no reason.
And you can't do it again?
Nope.
That was your...
That
Well,
was my one try.
They usually
Bring it
come
back.
around again.
But still, it was
That's
kind of
stupid.
sucked.
Yeah.
Because it's the first one I've done in a long... Since Gary Busey, I think.
How are they... Are they still like on a weekly schedule? Is it like that elusive
I
target
think so.
is...
It said that when I started today, it said this one's still up for 4 days.
Oh, shit.
And then I would assume they pump out another one next week
Should
sometime.
get back in
I gotta
there.
get fucking out of here.
They're
Wrap up the podcast.
Yeah, they're fun. That second game comes out in November this year, I
Sometime
think.
yeah.
November, maybe?
Hitman 2, not Hitman Season 2.
Just, yeah, Hitman 2. All at once. Not going to be seasonal this time. I really like that last game, so I'm
Yeah, me too.
kind of into it.
Yep, it's
I
a good
hope-
looking game.
They got the money
Yes.
now to put out a full game at once.
Yeah, totally.
Not that I care. The way they did it before worked really well. So
It's still a fun game. It just
Yeah.
sucked in my case. I don't know if that's common or if that just was like a one-off thing that
Yeah, it's really strange.
because it was my own DLC wasn't loading and stuff too. So I don't
Maybe
know.
they were having issues.
Who knows?
you only had to say you could rig his mic to blow for me to be like, I should go back and play that game. It's fucking really good.
Just seeing like all the potential, like even when you'd be doing it one way and you'd see something like, fuck, that's probably
Yeah.
way cooler
Yeah.
than what I'm doing.
You're like doing something to the plane, and you can just see this like big heavy wrench over in the side. I'm like, oh, I wonder what I can do with that wrench.
Throw one fire extinguisher and just remember why that game's amazing.
Yeah.
The fire extinguisher throw is so fucking good.
Yep. Yeah.
Or the rotten spaghetti.
Rotten spaghetti.
Rotten spaghetti sauce, yeah. Expired spaghetti sauce, I think it's
remember
called.
I put
Yeah.
rat poison in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that was my go-to.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
a can. You can knock people out with it. It's very good.
In that level, there's a bunch of coconuts that you can pick up, and you
Oh.
can walk up behind somebody and fucking Roddy Piper them in the side of the head.
Head.
It was really good. I enjoyed doing that.
It's
It makes
such
a
a-
good sound too.
It's such a great game. And
Yep.
like,
Oh,
remember,
yeah.
remember when it got announced? So it came out after Absolution. I think it was the one before.
Yep.
And Absolution, it was okay. It wasn't.
I
wasn't
really
the
liked
best.
that one too.
And then they announced it was going to be episodic, and I remember everyone, myself included, going, "Ooh, what?
Things are not looking good in
yeah,
Hitman land."
Wow, tough times for Hitman." And now here we are. IO owns the
Yep.
IP again, and it's big things in the future of Hitman. Maybe that story will turn to something to actually care about.
I don't know if I care about the story anymore. Like, not in a bad way where I'm like, I've never cared about the Hitman story. It's like, based on last game, Hitman might just have become a franchise to me where it's like, I don't fucking care what's going on. Just put me on my map with my people I'm supposed to kill
Yeah.
and give me my stuff.
Little like sandboxes.
Yeah.
Don't even need the narrative.
Didn't they
to put
say?
you
And I was
through.
thinking of this when I was playing it today too. Didn't they say at one point for this next game that there was going to be some sort of major story point was going to be finally revealed or
I
something
think
like that?
the origin of 47 or
Something, yeah.
When he
something
got
like
the
that.
tattoo.
Yeah. Maybe. No, I think we know when he got the tattoo. I don't really know. It's kind of dumb and bad
Yep.
what there is already.
Yeah.
And
But if you are somebody who has enjoyed and played through the entire franchise, then
Hmm.
that's probably something that you're kind of looking forward to.
I'm not even clear on, like, they might reboot that. The Hitman might get reset. Like, this
Right.
47 might not even be... It might not be 147 going through everything chronologically.
Right.
Like, I really...
I
have not-
for some reason had it in my head that this was a new take on 47, but he totally could be the same 47
Yeah.
as all the other
I
ones.
thought that too, but he's like same actor, same voice actor, same all that.
He's a clone.
Yeah, he might be.
Yeah.
47.1.
Are you gonna keep up with that? Or you're just looking for something to do? What's,
I was it popped up. Actually, I think it's like free to play or something. It's on my home screen.
Been all over the Xbox home screen.
season 1 or map 1 or 2.
Here's
maybe?
the shitty part, though, that I realized today. So there's a bonus, like it's called a bonus campaign.
Yeah.
That if you buy the Game of the Year edition, you can get that. Which kind of sucks as a guy who, like, well, I pre-ordered this, and I've had this game for the whole time, and I've played the shit out of it,
you can't get it for like
but I can't.
$5
no,
or
it's
$10
not sold
or-
separately. It's the only way you can get it is through that Game of the Year edition.
That's weird.
That's super weird.
That sucks.
Yes,
also.
it does, because I'm like, well, fuck me then. Why? Like, I pre-ordered it. I've had it. Like, why would you not allow me to... I'm willing to spend an extra $10 to get it if I have to. But they don't even have it available, which
I don't
is
know.
strange.
That's really weird. Maybe when 2 comes out, we should all get on the same console for 2 because I like seeing like high scores and like that's a big part of that game.
Totally.
So playing it on PC, they
I
should
think
just
it's gotta
tie.
be Xbox.
Yeah, they should just like it's not really. Can they not tie their leaderboards together somehow? It's not really.
They can do all
like,
these things. I think.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Maybe
Do it for us.
I guess people would probably. There'd be some section of the audience who would be like, "Well, PC competing against Xbox, that's not fair."
Well, just fucking have 4 tabs.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Xbox and...
Yeah, but then you'd be promoting someone else's console.
I know. That's
Whatever.
That's
you're still,
the actual
You're still
problem.
selling your game on their console. Who cares? You don't care where they buy it as long as they buy it. Unless you're Sony, you don't give a shit.
Fucking Sony.
Fucking Sony. They're okay.
Yeah.
It's probably all Microsoft. They're the assholes.
That would be the greatest. Like,
Swerve?
the best turn
It
is
was me all along.
when Sony comes out at next E3 and is like, "We did it, crossplay," and then Phil Spencer comes out and just flips everyone off.
pouting.
Yeah.
No.
Glad you spent all your resources on that because we're not doing it.
What else you get up to?
I played the NHL 19 beta.
CHEL.
Not a big beta guy, usually.
You were in a world of CHEL, it said on the Xbox friends list.
So they have last year's, not biggest thing, but last year's addition so 18 was their threes mode, which is kind of arcadey. Well, not kind of. It's very arcadey.
The NBA Jam of
3-on-3. There's like money pucks. Like one is a -1, -2, -3 to your opponent, and another one's +1, +2, +3 to you, and just stuff like that makes it more arcadey, and the hits are bigger, and everything's faster, and
You just fucking hit people who don't have the puck.
no penalties
Rink is
or
smaller.
reduced penalties.
That sounds great.
it was a lot of
It's
fun.
a lot of fun.
So they haven't revamped that on the new one. It's called. It must just be called CHEL World or something like that. If that's what it was saying, I don't really remember.
Is this the first year that they've used CHEL as like an official? Because CHEL is just short. It's literally NHL.
Yeah.
HL sounds like CHEL when you say it really
I don't
fast.
ever recall seeing the word "CHEL" in an NHL game.
And I'm not even
No, definitely
convinced
not.
that there is in this one either.
No. And on the friends list, 100% there
Yeah.
is in a world of capital CHEL. And I'm like, oh, the Canadian Hockey something league? Like trying to figure, like, nope, that is just
Yep.
short. That I don't really like that.
Watch
Why not?
it be an acronym,
CHEL.
and they just made the
Okay.
acronym like that.
If it-
Yeah.
okay. As long as there's a dumb reason behind
Yeah.
it of like, here's our fake acronym.
Or it'll be a throwaway that they'll edit out after the beta's over.
That could be too. Yeah.
It's very strange.
So it's all like outdoors.
Pond
Like, yeah,
hockey.
you're playing on pond. It's the same thing. They've also added like a 1-on-1, which is actually 1-on-1 on one. 3 guys go in by themselves. There's one AI goalie, and it's the first.
What? What?
This is the look of me and Kevin with the math not adding up on a 1 versus 1 versus 1.
Yes. And then it's like 3 minutes, I think, long, and whoever has the most goals at the end, or if you're tied, then it says the first one to get to one more goal essentially wins it, and then you rank up and you get. There's loot boxes now.
Oh, I got a question about that
Cosmetic
1v1v1 thing. Is it like clear the zone, or is it like
3
just
nets?
the first person to bang it in, and it's all shooting on one goalie?
Mm-hmm.
Can a fourth person be the goalie?
Nope.
AI goalie.
Maybe. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not totally sure on that.
Yeah. I guess that wouldn't make, because then how does a goalie win?
Yeah.
I guess at that point you're just being like, I just want to have fun.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe stop 5 or 6 shots from each person,
Sure,
then the goalie can win, kind of thing.
What are in the loot boxes? What do you buy loot boxes for?
So like different goal celebrations, you can customize your own goal horn specific to your player now.
Have you seen any Fortnite dances as
no.
goal celebrations?
No, but there is a couple kind of Fortnite looking like there's a jersey that you can give, so you can like fully customize the way your guy looks in this world, in the CHEL
The world of
outdoor
CHEL.
world, and in your like on ice form. So like you can wear different hoodies, different toques, different team jerseys as you unlock them in these loot boxes. And one of the hoodies is like a skeleton on the hoodie that reminded me a lot of that one Fortnite skin. But other than that, no, there wasn't. And I was looking for that exact thing, thinking that they would kind of try and work in some references to that, but I didn't see anything overbearingly obvious
Yeah.
to lead me that way.
It's all cosmetic as far as you can see. The loot box stuff.
Oh yeah, totally.
No like
sticks and
synergy stick that has better shooting.
no, definitely not. They've never really done that either.
No.
Is like what's up with the pond hockey? Is like the ice uneven? Does it change anything, or you're just
Yeah,
outdoors?
it's just outdoors. They make it feel like it's like an event. So like the commentator, kind of similar to last year's too. Brando's played last year's with me. He kind of makes it feel like there's a bunch of different games going on in this kind of center of outdoor hockey. That over on the bronze rink, this guy just did a spinorama and scored, and he's talking
Some
about
flavor text of games that aren't actually happening.
one of the three guys that is
weird.
getting on the ice that, he's coming off a loss and he got deranked. Maybe he'll come out and have a good game.
Yeah.
Or
The commentating stuff is pretty neat, actually. Some of it, like every now and then, they'll say something where you're like, "Oh, they did their AI research when they did that line."
Most of that stuff I find is really good until like you hear two identical lines in a row or something.
Exactly. Yeah.
Of like, and I like
And
it was always
that
that
very
goalie is
well
a
might
wall.
never end.
Yeah,
it was very bad in last year's threes mode. There was a lot of...
that goalie is a wall. That
Yeah.
goalie is a wall. That goalie is a wall.
I only played it for maybe an hour and a bit today, but I didn't really notice anything repeating in that short amount of time playing it.
I have one more question. What is the shooting? Are we like stick on the left stick?
It's still customizable to whatever you want it to be. You can go NHL 94 controls. You can do sticks. You can do
Could you do that?
map it yourself.
Could you do that in 18?
You could have been doing that for a long time.
Oh,
I don't know if they ever didn't give you the
Yeah.
option to do that.
do you own that game on disc?
Yeah, I do.
You should let me maybe practice up a little bit.
It's actually not my game. I'd also borrow it to you.
Okay. All right.
It feels better too, like skating wise.
Yeah.
Hitting mechanics, they did a big overhaul on that. That feels and looks better. Like guys actually like kind of crumple into the boards if you hit them along the boards and kind of stay down there. The one thing that they still need to fix that I noticed today, that I'm like, fuck sakes, you haven't fixed this yet. When you hit a guy and he has the puck
Oh, don't you
and
say
the
it.
puck's in his feet
Uh-oh.
and you're standing there, but you can't get the puck because it's weirdly glitched into him.
Are you pressing?
And he'll take forever to stand back up.
Yeah.
And then as soon as he stands back up, it's magically
got the
on his
puck.
tape again.
Are you pressing the get the puck button?
There is no get the puck button.
I mean, they're all get the puck buttons.
Top one.
What do you mean top one?
I don't know what you play on, but
Like the
triangle
poke-
or-
is it where you poke it?
yeah,
Is that the
you can
penalty
poke-
button?
You can poke it out.
That's the fight button, as far as I know.
Is this just a A I'm thinking of? I mean, we
Yeah.
might play with different controllers where it's like, if you're in the right position, it's like a nice lift stick thing.
Yeah, it's
but
A,
if you're a
yeah.
little bit behind, then it's just like fucking hook
Yeah,
them in the
hooking-
neck. And,
hooking or slashing penalty.
I've never tried. I didn't know that was the thing.
Yeah, that's how you get it out when it's like jammed against the boards as well, with like three people up.
Oh, like the
against-
board play stuff you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't do that because that's stupid. I hate that. That's the worst thing they've ever put in that video game.
I hate when they like when the opponent goes and like pins himself
Yes.
to the board, and you just want to murder that man
But you
and
can't.
drill him through the glass. But as soon as you come up to hit him, your guy like automatically slows down and like pushes on his back, and I'm like, oh, I wanted to break your neck.
Yeah.
Just give me the boarding major already.
You and I played another game as well, Warren.
did.
we talk about this last week? I feel like I talked about the
You might
seat
have.
last week a little bit,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah. We play a little more. We play a little ranked. We're kind of into it now.
Yeah, which we thought we couldn't do.
That's correct. Yeah, we can do it in twos, which is a little fucked because you and I could totally work it. Where if you play ranked, the team always has to be random. Whoever gets infected, again, if you don't know what we're talking about, it's 6-player shooter, 4 are innocent, 2 are infected, and they work against each other. It has to be truly random. I was thinking a lot about this of like, why can't you just like we can just queue? We want to be the monster every time, and like, well, no, then everyone would be like, who queued together? Well, they're the monster.
Yeah.
But because we're talking, and if we're truly honest with one another, we can cheat and make sure we both win more than we lose in a way that
Sounds very unsatisfying as a video game
yeah,
player.
it is. But I mean, it's weird that they even give you the option. Like, you should just have to queue solo for ranked. It's weird that Warren and I can queue together and
Over time, raise your rank probably.
yeah, totally. Like, we're not doing any of that stuff because, I mean, for the levels we're at, it's not worth it. If we were way up on the ladder, though, and we're, like, worried about backsliding, we could totally share information that we're not
But that's
supposed
the
to.
thing is if we did that, I feel like one of us would have to be the monster and then the other person or one of us is still going to have to lose.
So in phase, the way we could do it is in the third phase. There's an option to vote people out. In the third phase, you only need 2 people to vote someone out. So as long as you and I are honest with each other and we're like, yep, we're both on this team, we can just vote everybody else out of the game, and you and I are going to guaranteed win every single time that happens. When we're on opposite teams, it gets a little fucky of like, okay, I've won 5, you've only won 2. Like, I'll give you this win.
Yeah.
Let's fuck up the innocence. Like, I'll pretend I saw this guy drink and we'll fuck him up. Like, you could do some real sinister shit.
For the record, we didn't do this.
We did not. No.
But it is possible, I guess.
We put a voice chat on.
Yep.
This was my first time playing with voice chat on. It was actually fine for the
Wasn't as
most
bad
part.
as you'd think it would be.
Yeah. People are using it like it's meant to be used. People are like trying to defend themselves. If someone's like, I heard this guy drink, it's like people getting mad in a way that I'm like, oh, it wasn't him. No one would get that mad if it wasn't actually that. And like, oh no, it was him. Man just committed to the bit.
Yeah.
And there was actually some good turns. We kept getting matched with the same group of people, so we like kind of came to recognize them, and they would recognize us. And it was like, oh, it's that angry German guy from last game. Like,
there's a lot of language barriers in that game.
Yeah.
From the short amount that we played with the voice stuff on.
Is there a lot of people playing?
yeah, it seems like it.
We find matches really quick.
Yeah, I wasn't sure because you said you'd kind of run into some of the same people, so I was like, is it like a nice little small
I feel
community?
like it puts you together for 2 matches and then separates
like
you.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're stopping to do like the loot thing, like if you're not going into another queue right away, then you'll probably lose them as well.
The
But
games are pretty short, though, so, I mean,
Yeah.
it's just 6 people in a game. You could have 200 people playing that game, and you could still get games
Oh yeah.
fast,
Yeah.
right?
And I think it's pretty popular. I think it's doing pretty well. So there's lots of people playing.
Good.
It's cool. There's some changes I would like to see them make. Like that voting 2 people out thing still sucks on the last phase. In ranked, everyone knows that people are going to do it though, at least, which is nice. So if like, say Warren and I are the monster, and we're like standing beside one another, eyeing someone up, they're like, they're going to vote us out. Fuck these guys up. And like people are even introducing. But there's a mechanic called. What was it, Down for Blood or something like that?
Yeah.
Where if you can take someone out without removing them from the game, and they'll respawn but lose all their weapons, and if they're infected, they'll lose any of their like turn into a monster meter. And so there's this new like, oh well, we think you're the monster, but we're not sure, so we're just gonna down you, not vote you out, not kill you. And it's and there's like a weird level of metagaming in that, because then you can pretend to have items that you don't want the team to lose, and it's fun. It's a really fun thing.
yeah.
It's free on
Exactly.
PC. So I mean, if you have a PC, jump in there. I don't know if it's ever coming to console. I wouldn't be surprised if it did.
I looked it up and it said as of now there's no plans. But
Okay.
who knows?
Yeah.
I feel like it would be a relatively easy game to port over.
Why is it free?
There are like customization cosmetics that you're buying.
Gotcha.
And I don't know. It's the way to make games these days. The biggest games in the world are all free and sell cosmetics.
I feel like most games. Well, no, I guess like now that Fortnite's come out, that's kind of the thing. I feel like a lot of really good games still aren't coming out free.
It's true. No, you still buy games that.
Yeah.
There'll always be the $60 game. There are a lot more, especially multiplayer things that are like the League of Legends model. League of Legends is one of the first ones I remember. Or that's a bad example because you buy heroes. Dota is one of the first examples I
Just
remember.
skins?
Yeah, just skins. Team Fortress went that way eventually. I think.
Good.
Might be free to play. Deceit's cool. Kev, what you do?
I have been playing the next update for No Man's Sky.
Tell me all about it.
Everything.
Is it a
Everything.
game? I've watched about 4 hours of coverage and don't know if I should buy it.
Did you watch it before? Did you play it before it was good?
I bought it on release,
Okay.
so I think
You have
I've
seen both sides.
I don't even really remember much about it when it first came out, because I sat down and played the day before the update came out to see, like, you know, what it was, and then obviously after the update. And from where I was in the game, like, I couldn't really pick out what the differences were, but that's mostly
Just
because I hadn't
Picking up your previous save.
Yeah. Like, I hadn't done any of the base building or anything like that, so I didn't see the differences in that. But from the gameplay standpoint, like, it's still the same systems. It's still walk around or fly around and shoot your laser at stuff.
Shit.
Get loot, upgrade stuff.
It looks like, and this is the thing that just turned me off of it. It looks like an unbelievable amount of inventory management.
It is. There is a ridiculous amount because it starts you, and the next update was great because the original game, I want to say you started with 12 or 16 slots in your inventory, and the next update brought it up to 25 to start, so that's already great.
Much better.
Yeah, but you think that's a lot? It's not.
No.
Like you shoot 4 plants and you're stacked up, max stack on the carbon or
this
whatever
game.
it is, and all of a sudden you have 3 stacks in your inventory of the same resource, and well, you don't really have anything to do with that resource unless you're actively building stuff. But I don't know, it's very... I still don't know if I'm going to keep playing it because I still don't know what the point of it is.
Fucking rule space.
Like, it's very much a make-your-own fun game.
Make it Kev's Man's Sky.
Yeah.
Who's Man's Sky?
It's Kev Man's Sky.
Kev Man's Sky.
I've heard a lot of people compare the story of it to Subnautica.
Okay.
So where it's like you'll be doing your thing.
There's a story somewhere in there.
Yeah,
there is.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
I've found the story, but this, I don't know if this is a spoiler because I have no fucking clue what happened before the game. Like, I don't know if this was, I think it was the Atlas update was the one that they did a while ago that was like a big story update. So I don't know if what I'm about to talk about is the next update or if it was one of the previous ones.
Speak freely.
But
It's Kev Man's Sky.
I got to this point where I flew up into the sky, and then it gave me a pop-up that said, do you want to do the story or do you want to just free explore the space? So I'm like, okay, I'll do the story. And the next thing that happened is this base spawned immediately after I said that and told me to go fly inside the base. So I go fly inside the base, talk to the aliens inside there. And basically they said, we want you to explore the galaxy and every couple hours come back here and tell us about what you saw. And then it starts a cooldown timer for the next couple hours for when you go out, explore more stuff, and then come back and tell them what you saw. And then it starts another timer.
So your options were explore space or start the story where they just tell you to explore space.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But instead of just exploring space, it's explore space and then tell me about it.
Right.
So I think that it'll, and this is all just from watching people play, I think it'll kind of trickle. Eventually you will do a jump and story will happen once you start that story.
Yeah, like I did. The main thing in this update is like they made the freighter system, so you can have like a flying base, and
it's like
you go out
the boat missions from Assassin's Creed Brotherhood.
Yeah, or like the
all menu based boat missions.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Or like I don't know if you played Andromeda, but the same kind of spec missions that you do in Andromeda kind of thing.
It's just all
where
like
it's just
percentage
chance to do
survival.
it and
gotcha.
add more ships to up your percentage chance. But yeah, so I like all the base building stuff is cool and I like doing stuff like that, but I still can't, and I don't know if I'm too early in the game, but I still can't find the game. I can't find the part where it's like, okay, well, this is really cool. It's procedurally generated and it's just jump to system, fly around for a while, grab some resources, grab some upgrades, fly to the next system.
So we're not talking much of a narrative hooks.
No,
I think there is. You know that big triangle in the box? I think you're trying to find that big triangle.
Yeah, like I know the basic idea of the game is get to the center of the galaxy.
Yeah,
but
and I think you're just kind of just like
the curiosity.
Well, it's just kind of like in Subnautica, it was like get off this planet was the overarching goal.
True, but I mean in Subnautica. And maybe this part of the story hasn't happened yet, so maybe I'm judging it a little too soon. But I'm 9-10 hours in, so I don't know if that's valid. But it seemed, at least in Subnautica, it was, it gave you a reason to want to do it. It's like, oh shit, you got poisoned. You have to cure your poison,
right,
so that you can get off the planet, kind of thing. Because the laser will shoot down anyone that's poisoned. But in this game, it's like, hey, we hear you're the traveler. That means you're supposed to travel around and tell us what you see.
Riveting.
Yeah, it's and that's exactly it. Like
Yeah.
I can't decide whether or not it's good or not, and it's very much a porch game.
Yeah, like, it seems like it.
The music is great, the scenery is great. Like I had a great moment yesterday when I was playing where I found the first planet that actually like looked really, really cool, and I'm like, man, this planet is awesome. It had giant underground cave systems, and then it had an ocean that I could explore. But
That's kind of that is what I want to play for. Is like, oh, look at this big fucking T-Rex on this planet.
But
I want to fly between his legs.
And that's the thing, though, because I found that planet great, but then the next thing that I was supposed to do is leave and go to the next system.
Did you name all those animals? As the discoverer of those animals, you get to name them. They're going to be whatever you can call them. Kevin's cool space dinosaurs, and that's what everyone sees.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, if I was playing on PC, where I would have the keyboard to type it out, I would probably name everything. But there's so much shit to name.
Got to make it work, man.
And making it work with the PS4 controller.
Just put Kevin for all of them.
Would just be devastating.
Just find a planet, call it Planet Kevin, and name all the
Everything is
plants
called
Kevin and all the animals Kevin.
That'd be easy too, because after you type Kevin once, it would just always be in your quick complete.
Yeah.
There you go.
If it's not already there.
Yeah.
But like I do have it still, even after this update, it still runs like shit. I've heard that it still runs like shit on every console. Even if you have a top grade PC, it'll still run like shit.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Every time, and maybe this is just PS4, but I have I think I got my PS4 like 2 years into when they came out.
Do you remember what game you bought it for? We could probably nail it down.
I actually don't think I bought it. It didn't come with a game. I just got the PS4 console.
What a rip.
Yeah. But
Destiny.
no.
Oh.
Every time you transition from a planet to space, there's like a very, very annoying audio hiccup that happens almost every time.
It's like you're hitting the server, maybe.
Yeah, and it's like,
Fuck.
That's
pleasant.
It seems like they got a lot of work to do on that next thing. The multiplayer stuff is particularly fucked right now, where, say, I come into Kevin's game and explore Kevin's base or whatever, there's no, like, ownership. There's nothing to stop me from just picking up everything in Kevin's base and just fucking leaving with it. Fuck him. Or you can this one's crazy. You can just put things in other people's inventories and vice versa. There's no, like, trade window or no, like, hey, do you want this pile of garbage? You can just, like, mash your garbage into someone else's inventory. And
That seems fucked.
yeah, like, it's you can see other players in game and you can connect and interact with them, but there's no, like, the basic ass anti-trolling quality of life stuff you expect of, like, well, I'm not going to invite anyone to my game because they're going to fuck with my shit.
Yeah. The thing is, if you start a game in this next update, you don't have a choice to let people into your game or not. It says straight up, start game, people may join your game if they choose. Or you can also select join random game if you don't have any friends on who are playing.
But if you bought it before...
Then no. As soon as you update to this update, it
there's
opens
no
up
offline mode.
Opens up the multiplayer stuff.
It seems like it's maybe like an update or two away from...
Still,
it's getting close.
I don't know.
It's getting close, maybe.
2 years later.
It looks like the being in the ship and flying off the planet into space looks real fucking dope. Some of the space fighting looks real dope.
Space fighting is terrible.
Good.
Let me tell you how fucking bad space fighting is.
Good.
Okay.
And like the monsters and the creatures and stuff look cool.
Yeah, those all look really cool. And maybe I'm not having fun with the space combat because I'm still on the starter ship. But it's like the cornering is impossible.
Your ship sucks.
And that's probably what it is.
You got to do the Battlestar. Like, can you turn your thrusters off, flip your ship backwards, so you're still going back? Okay, this game sucks. Forget it. Forget this game.
I also had the first hard crash today when I was warping between systems. It brings up this very, very terribly drawn animation where you're like in the ship and you're got the stars going beside you, like Star Trek warp and everything like that. But instead of loading that screen, it just went black and then the game crashed. So
it's got some problems.
Black hole.
Yeah. I mean, it's 2 years in and it's still got really shitty problems where it crashes.
Yeah.
Kevin, I want you to just keep playing that game and you let me know when that becomes a good game.
And I probably will, at least for the next week before I go on holidays. If it doesn't grab me like hard before I go on holidays, where I'm gonna have like a week and a half without it, there's a very, very low chance that I'll go back to it.
This guy wants to play it when you're on holiday. I want to play it. I want to see it and put my hands on it, but I do not want to support that bullshit with my dollar. It's moral stance.
That's right.
Drawing a line in the sand.
Dirty business.
It is dirty business. What'd you get up to? You do anything, Brandon?
I did, kind of. I played. I bought. I almost call him Professor Toad, Captain Toad.
Professor
Treasure.
Captain Toad.
Yeah.
Professor was his father.
Yes. That's a pretty fun game. In the same way, like
On what? The Switch?
it's on the I got it on
Okay.
the Switch. I never played it on the Wii U.
Sweet.
It's a good game for like. Call it a toilet game. Call it a 15 minutes before bed game. Play a puzzle.
Short time game.
Yeah, they're these little isometric puzzles where like most of the puzzle solving is rotating the camera around and finding, oh, there's a tunnel here that you couldn't see the first way that the camera was set. And you go around, you can beat the level by finding the star. That's the flag at the end.
Yep.
There are 3 crystals for like extra completion points that you can find that are harder to find. And then there's always one kind of challenge that changes per game. So it's like, this one is don't get seen by a shy guy the whole time. And if you complete all those, they put a big stamp on your page of your big book of puzzles, and you go on to the next one. It's like Picross or something.
Yeah, I'm with you. Can Captain Toad jump?
Yeah, Toad cannot jump.
Okay.
He can fall off shit.
Does
he
he move
can't
in,
jump.
Does he move in real time, or does he move like block by block?
He moves in real time.
Okay.
Yeah, you can spin in circles. If that's what you're asking.
Having watched some gameplay of this,
Yes.
I've played it somewhere before. Like I swear that was there levels like that in like a Mario game where it was
yes,
that or
I
something?
believe Captain Toad's origin might have been in
Like the Wii U Mario Brothers or something?
Yeah, maybe.
Like there was
Did
a
you say
level
Audit or
every
a Galaxy?
world
Yeah,
where you played as this
Yeah.
Toad guy because of the
that sounds familiar. Where
The
you like
camera
found
flipping.
Toad in a world of Mario Galaxy or Mario
Yeah.
3D World, and then Toad's like, I'm gonna go find a star or something,
Yeah.
and then you played a little Toad level. That sounds right.
I think
I feel
that's
like I
what it
might
was.
remember that from when that game came out.
So do I remember something like that too, but
Yeah.
can't quite.
I think it's exactly the same
He's
thing.
in Odyssey.
Yeah.
You just find him and he'll.
Yeah, no, it's before that, because this is a game. Now that Warren's saying it, I kind of remember there was a game before Captain Toad came out where you would find Toad and do Captain Toad levels.
The dark origin of Captain
Yes.
Toad.
Yes, Professor Toad. That's when he turns into a monster.
Does he have a normal Toad voice, or does he have a unique?
No, he has a normal Toad
has the
voice. He
default,
doesn't
like,
talk
regular.
too much. Like he says something if he gets hit, and maybe there's a little voice when he gets a star or something. But that's pretty much it. And then like once you beat the levels, there's this other thing where it's just like find the Toad sprite, which is basically like where's what you just like. You have control of your Toad, but you basically can just stay there because you're just looking all over the level for this tiny little Toad sprite,
And
which
then
is
you
like
just-
some extra.
when you find it,
you poke it with your finger.
Oh, right, because it has
It's all
touch.
touchscreen, yeah.
Oh,
And there's a lot
weird.
of like touchscreen mechanics.
Does
where
that
it's
feel
like,
weird touching your Switch? Have you used the touchscreen on it
I
before?
think I use it for like menu stuff.
Oh, I've never. I always like. Oh, I don't want to smudge this pristine screen.
A little cleaner. Came a little cleaner. Did it?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe I just used my sunglasses
That's
one.
weird. That's really. I don't know. I've never.
Yeah.
What if you're playing on the controller? What if you're playing docked?
Then you probably have to like move a cursor with your thumb and
Oh
poke
yeah,
it.
that would make sense.
Yeah. Other than that game's fun. It's not blowing my mind. Like it's not like hooking me where I'm like I want to do like 20 puzzles before bed the way like Picross or something did. But it's fine. It's
Yeah.
fun. Yeah. I bought it instead of Octopath Traveler, which
Is it? Ooh.
I then was
Interesting
like
choice.
it was half the price.
Is it the same game as? Did I already ask if it's the same game as the 3DS game? Is it the same
It
game as
is-
the 3DS game?
I think you're thinking of a Wii U game.
Is it Wii U?
It was on Wii
Captain
U.
Toad?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think Captain
I
Toad was
totally
on
thought he
Wii
was
U and got
3DS.
ported to this. I think it's the
Oh,
same
okay.
game. Yes.
Okay.
And then I played Hollow Knight. More Hollow Knight. That game is, first of all, way the fuck bigger than I thought it was. And second of all, I think fantastic value for how much, because I'm pretty sure it was only like $30.
Yeah, it's cheap.
Yeah, and it seems like I've put a lot of time into it. Granted, a lot of that time is dying and getting back to my where my body
I was
was.
going to ask you, is it hard?
Yeah.
Is it hard
Oh, yeah,
in like
yeah.
the way of Dark? Is it hard? Would it warrant a death counter? Is it like how many times do you think you died?
Yeah, I bet you've had death counters on games that warranted them less.
Maybe. I don't
Maybe.
know. Died
That's
100,
this Witcher
100,
one. I think you're not dying too
80,
much.
80 or 90. The DLC gets fucking hard in The Witcher.
Oh, really?
Holy
I
fuck.
haven't watched any of your DLC stuff yet. But, yeah, it's tough. It's not... I don't think it's Dark Souls hard, but I'm dying, a fair bit. And then you have to go back and get your body, and then you die right after you get body.
Sounds awful like something I'd be into.
It's a lot of fun. I like the bosses, too. I think the bosses are really cool.
Captain Toad Treasure Tracker is available on all three. Originally on Wii U, and then 3DS and Switch launched at the exact same time.
Oh,
Excellent.
they're still releasing stuff for the 3DS.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, they said they were not going to stop. They're still supporting it. 3DS still alive.
Good. Yeah, I'm a big advocate for Hollow Knight now, having played it.
Yeah.
It's a great Switch game.
I hear a lot. I hear nothing but good things about it.
It's gross.
Yeah.
A lot of slimy
and-
bugs exploding in maggots.
Dark
and
Souls
shit.
is gross in a lot of
Yeah.
ways. A lot of I don't know what the word for it is.
I'm finally starting to kind of crack open into the depth of it when you get like the different, I think they're called medallions or tokens or something, which are basically your perks. Where it's like you get a certain amount of perk slots, and then each perk has a number of perk points. So you start with 3, I think, and then so you can have I had one perk medal that was worth 2 points and one that was worth 1, and some of them are simple, like some of the 1 point ones are just you can see yourself on the map now, which is a very simple one, but I
compass
think it's very,
from
very,
Zelda.
which is simple, but very, very useful, and I haven't taken it off since I got it. And then some of them are 3 points where it's when you get hit, you shoot out these thorns that will make them take a hit for hitting you and kind of give you some space. And there's stuff where the whole thing is based on you're killing, when you're getting hits, you're filling up a meter. And then you're using that meter to both launch you shoot projectiles with your meter, but you're also using it to fill hits that you've taken. So
recover health?
Recover health.
Okay.
Yeah. So you have 5 health, basically 5 hits.
Okay.
It's not a health bar. It's it's a number.
Yeah.
And then you get hit 3 times, and then you can basically hold down a button, and your meter drains, and it pops.
So you're choosing either I'm going to use this to cast spells or projectiles, or I'm going to use it to heal.
Or to heal. Yeah.
Okay. This is very Dark Souls.
Yeah. Okay. So there was one where I kept, especially during boss fights, I couldn't get the space to heal because it takes time. It kind of makes an aura around you. You're charging like a Saiyan almost. And then I finally got a perk that was it makes a little dome, and you got to take 3 hits on the dome while you're charging before the dome breaks and you'll actually
So
take
you get
damage.
more time to heal.
Yeah, which has also been a big quality of life thing. So I've played what feels like 15 hours of the game, and I've got 5 medallions, and there's 30 slots for medallions.
I was trying
Sorry.
not to laugh at the 3 hits on the dome thing. That's just made me laugh for some
Okay,
reason.
I was like,
The
what's
word-
I
happening?
was
The
trying to
word dome.
conceal it,
The
but
word
it did not work well.
Triggered Warren.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought maybe you farted or
No.
something. I'm like, oh
No,
god, this
no,
room
no.
is so small.
No.
That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played some games this week. The sheet we talked about. I played a video game which turns 18 this year. This game's legal now. Black and White. Peter Molyneux's Black and White is a
Gonna
god
have
game.
sex with this game.
In September, I can.
No.
So this would be pre-Fable. Sorry, post-populist pre-Fable. The year's 2000. Peter Molyneux's a madman. He's out on stage pitching his, you're going to pet the horse. You're going to plant the acorn. It's going to grow
Make the sandwich.
into a tree. That's right. Make Milo the sandwich. And Peter Molyneux recently has kind of been this man who's I've got all these visions. Here's what this is going to be. It's amazing. And then people buy in, and then it kind of doesn't turn out that way. Goddess being the last example of that, where it went so poorly that he was like, I'm leaving games. And then came a week. It was literally 2 weeks or a month later. It was I'm back in games, but not on Goddess.
We're all going to make a sandwich.
Pet the horse. It's weird too because so Black and White is a god game. You are a literal god fighting for the belief of mortals against other gods. You are you interact with a hand. Your hand, you can pick people up and throw them and do stuff like that. there are a lot of themes that would be in every single Peter Molyneux project after, like farting on things. Mm-hmm. A lot of farting in Fable.
The first 10 minutes I watched you play that game was you trying to find piles of poop.
Yep, trying to find poop to put on my farms.
And then the narrator was surprised when the bear revealed himself, and he's like, "Oh, something's been creating these poops, and there it is."
I guess they do.
What
shit
the fuck
in the
did you
woods.
think it came from?
Yeah, it's very twee in the way that the Fable games are. There's a morality meter between good and evil, and you are like growing horns and becoming just like Fable, and every other game later, becoming more red as you get evil. You pet the horse. You are like literally petting a creature or slapping the fucking shit out of it to try and
remember that.
to try and train it to like do stuff one way or the other. And really, it's yeah. I couldn't make him poop. I needed to make him poop on the I couldn't make him do it. It's this like it's all these crazy ideas that and all these systems that kind of fit together, and then on top of it there's this like hidden layer of depth that I've played probably, I don't know, 500 hours of this game in my life. There was a time when this was the only PC game I had, and there are all these hidden systems in it that I just learned about playing it like last week of so this won't mean anything, I guess, if you don't play the game. But actually, I learned that you can speed up, slow down, and pause time just with their buttons to do that.
Seems like an important mechanic to have not known about for 500 hours.
Yeah, no, that one really helped. There's like a whole system where you can put these things in your village, and so villagers will dance. And I never knew what the dancing was. Apparently, when they're dancing around something, they're like charging it up with belief, and eventually things will get fully charged, and then you can use them different ways. Mm-hmm. None of that is ever outlined. So I was just always like a young man who's like, oh, they're happy, they're dancing. So like learning all that stuff has been super cool. All that said, it's a fucking badly made game. Sometimes the level design. So it's all about you can only act where people believe in you. So your creature, your big animal, he's your avatar. He can go outside and you'd be like, they don't believe in me over there. I can't interact with them. Giant monkey, go convince these people that I'm the god for them.
Right.
And so it's all about you and training your creature and growing your creature, and he becomes bigger, and you got to feed him, and it's this whole thing. In the first level, you kind of don't have him because it's a tutorial. In the second level, you do have him. It's the only level in the game that you actually have your creature. In the third level, he's frozen. In the fourth level, he's turned into a shit or something, and in the fifth level, he's cursed. So for a game about your creature, 1 out of 5 levels, you actually have the creature. And the last level is just fucking impossible. Like, to the point where I was playing it this morning and actively cheating. And, like, I'm going to give myself infinite food, infinite wood, infinite everything. Make my guys invincible. Mm-hmm. Make me able to do this and this and this and this and this and this and this. And I still can't beat that last land. Is insane, the difficulty spike in it. But it's cool. It's a fun trip down memory lane.
It's a goat.
Yeah, it might be the bottom of the goat list.
Less goat than you remembered it.
It's the goat of my heart, but it's also like one of the last God games. They
wonder why.
They made Black and White 2, which is very different in a lot of ways, and I don't think as good. They made Goddess, which was such a resounding failure. It drove Peter Molyneux out of the games business
for a week.
And like that's kind of been it for God games. From Dust was in there. It's not really. It's like a puzzle game. But
I don't like God games.
Why not?
I don't know. Unless you want to call Roller Coaster Tycoon a God game.
No. When I think of God game, like you are the flavor for how you're doing things in the world is you are literally a god.
Yeah.
And
I see.
Yeah, like this game opens with it's like every time someone prays, a god is born, and this like parent's kid is getting attacked by a shark, and they're like, "Oh, save us, please!" And that's what wishes you into being.
Did you save the kid from the shark?
I did, yeah. I did save the kid from the shark. What about Warcraft?
Is that a god game?
Not really. So, Black and White, Warcraft is a real-time strategy game, an RTS, and Black and White at the end of the day kind of is the same.
It's just implying that you, as the player, are actually there overseeing everything.
Yeah.
Whereas like Warcraft is just like we're just giving you a top-down view.
Exactly. In Warcraft, you're like a commander, right? But in this
they're talking to you. They're responding to you.
They're talking to your character, right?
Kind of, yeah.
No, I didn't know you played a character.
You play a commander, or in like StarCraft, you're different commanders based on what race you are. But they will talk to you, the character. It's just a little different flavor, I guess, kind of. there are mechanics built into, like, the more people you have that believe in you, the bigger your area is because you have more belief in it. Like, it all kind of rolls into that. It's a fascinating concept, which I really love, but
I like
probably never see again.
I like The Sims busting out.
Yeah.
Not a god game.
No, not really.
Gives you a god complex, though.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's why I like it so much. It's like, it is the ultimate power fantasy. It is like, well, oh my god, I can do whatever I want.
I mean, you can tell yourself that playing The Sims busting out.
It's true.
But when
Swim around this pool without any exits.
Yeah.
when the VO in the game is like, yeah, do whatever you want, be good or evil. Like, are you a blessing or a curse? Motherfucker, you decide. He's like, oh yeah, let's do this. Let's fucking throw people or not. It's very cool.
We should make another Fable game.
I don't think
The time is now.
Hot take: Fable's not that, and has never been that great.
Fable 2, I thought was pretty good.
Yeah, one was like this
I
amazing.
didn't play one.
One was a very like, wow, this is unlike anything before it. Holy shit! And 2 was like a very good
They
refinement
polished
of
it
that.
up a little bit, yeah.
3 was a hot turd. 3 was
People hated 3. Yeah.
3 was no good.
I really like that.
It had John Cleese. That was the only good part of it.
Yeah. Fucking love that.
But that was it. Anybody play anything else? Anything else I want to talk about here? Phase 1? All right. Let's go for a quick musical break, and then we'll come back here with the next update of the Talking Reckless podcast. We'll see another shot of this musical break.
Fuck, now we're gonna get sued.
Why? Because the next update? NOR stands for something. The new Edmonton Extreme
Talk.
Takes or Talk. Depends which day
What's
of the
that
week
from?
it is.
Where was that from?
What?
Why are we gonna get sued? I don't get it.
Oh, the next update's what the update from No Man's Sky was called.
Oh.
Nah.
Did you see Clout? Clout said something, Mr. Barris, too sweet. What's up?
Hi, Club.
Blink once for too sweet or something.
Did he actually? I wasn't looking at it. I had it open for a while, but then I had to fact check the Toad. Ye old Toad game. I want to know if that was in that. I swear it's in that
I
Mario
think you're
game.
as soon as you like. I never thought about it when I was playing Captain Toad, and then as soon as you said it, I'm like, he's totally right. It's got to be the Wii U one. I
Yeah,
feel like,
no, I think so too.
And both Galaxies were Wii, so it must have been 3D World.
Super Mario 3D World, yeah.
Yeah.
Captain Toad levels. Same thing. Revolve around it. Make him walk a certain direction. I actually really like those too. Those
Yeah, just imagine just a
levels.
game of that.
people also search for Mario Party 10.
Ooh, Mario Party 10 was just hot garbage.
Pure shit.
I'll play that new one probably.
That looks okay. Put our switches together. My non-existent switch with you,
And Andy's.
Andy, and Eads' existing switches.
I feel like it was a 3-switch max. Anyway.
Was it? I thought it was 4.
Oh, maybe. I
Maybe.
feel like most of the shapes I saw were like eyes and like L's with 2 fucking... What are we gonna eat today?
Man, there's a lot of chat today. Jesus.
It's because they're all fucking hankering for some Eadsy and
That's true.
stream.
That's true.
Was that the end of the streak, or does this count as streaming?
This totally shouldn't count.
Oh, these seem to need a little fucking oil. $10 well spent.
Yeah, no, he thinks it counts, but I don't think it counts.
I have to have an intervention.
Yeah.
Is this your streaming for the day?
Yep.
Gotcha. Just wondering. Just wondering if you were streaming after.
We're talking
Me
about
either
how it
this week.
doesn't really count.
What do you mean it doesn't really count?
Calling you out.
That's mailing it in.
How does this not count?
Mailing it in.
Just fucking...
This is my weekend.
A year's worth of video game streaming. I don't see no video game streaming.
What are you talking about? This is the video game of life.
You should. I don't know why you wouldn't just do like 30 minutes of something.
A
today.
level
Just
of
be like,
Donkey
yo,
Kong.
Because
I
I'm
did
doing
it.
2 hours of the Talking Reckless podcast. I don't have
That's
anything
cheating.
to prove to anybody. What are
cheating. That's cheating.
you cheating? What?
The streak is a lie. The streak is a
What are you
lie.
talking about? Are you like, hey Terry Fox, why didn't you do an extra
Yes.
500k there?
Yeah,
Wrap
absolutely.
around you.
Well,
He
didn't
didn't,
finish
he
it.
didn't finish.
He didn't finish it. Same way you won't.
He's a hero
Okay.
regardless, though.
Okay. Is this what we do? We don't support each other? Hey? We just talk down to one another? gonna come.
that's kinda what we've always
I'm gonna
done.
come steal all the
I,
Chinese food out of your fridge.
I laughed at that Twitch account tweeting you today.
Yeah, freaking
The
out.
Edmonton
Does this
Twitch.
count? Oh my god, the streak's over.
I just wanted to tweet them being like, "Who are you?"
Like the person that runs that account.
They're probably watching right now.
Good. Screw him. That's me talking.
Probably.
Me.
I'm gonna go see.
This is not the official statement.
I'm gonna go see those
Scotty,
folks.
isn't it?
I'm gonna go see those folks in August.
When?
I don't know.
At that meetup.
Yeah, you wanna come?
Where are they doing it at?
Central, I think.
Central Social.
Yeah.
Yes,
Who?
You wanna come?
Twitch Edmonton.
Somebody come get drunk with me!
I'm not doing that.
Fuck! Come get drunk
You can
with
go
me,
hang
but
out
I
with
don't want to go
Scotty
see
and-
Twitch
Is Scotty gonna
Edmonton.
be there?
And what's his name will be there? Stoopy
Mike?
will be there.
Okay, all right.
That's
At least I'll
something.
know some faces.
That's something.
Is it just you just show up and drink? Is that what
Yeah,
it
I
is?
guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just take you
And
over.
and network.
You-
I have no idea.
You got to pay for tickets.
no.
Oh,
Just,
okay.
just take you over to Cook County.
I was looking at that link you
Fuck
sent
Cook
me, and
County.
it kind of looked like it was like a paid thing where you had to pay for
No,
tickets.
you can pay. You can pay early and get a drink. I don't know. I didn't pay any. It's gonna be weird.
yeah.
It's gonna be weird because what if I walk in and it's like just a big live stream going on? I'm just turning around and fucking and
Oh,
walking.
this isn't the bar. I don't. What? Oh.
I'm just here for some drinks. I don't want to be on
This-
your TV.
This isn't where I parked my car and just fucking nope out of there.
Where's Twitch Edmonton? Fuck you.
I gotta go.
No, I think I might be out of town when that's on.
I don't
Maybe.
want people to meet me, and I don't want to meet people.
bad place
you
to
know,
go.
I know.
It's a bad place
I
to go.
know,
Guy's
I
going to
know.
a networking thing
I
with
know.
Edmonton Strainers and doesn't want to talk to
I
anyone.
know.
Just wear a shirt that says "Don't
Fuck
talk
off.
to me." I'm here for the beers.
I'll bring him to you like a moth to a flame.
Yeah, I
Be
know.
Like, that guy doesn't want to talk to us.
Ooh, we should get over there.
Talk to that guy.
Oh, I bet you that he's wearing that shirt ironically.
You think I should wear the show that my client, the Matt Eads show, gave me?
Yes, you should.
I was looking at pictures of that recently, and I missed that beard. That beard was fucking great.
The show's
Yeah.
beard. It would, if the show had a beard my length now and were to pull it off, it'd really be
Oh.
something else.
Oh.
One
Should we-
day.
Can you mute all the mics for a second here?
Yeah. One sec, guys. Okay, we're back on. We have to do the speedrun thing before that happens.
Yes.
And I guess I should probably turn Kevin on too. I guess that's the only real thing we have to do before that happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, we could. We'll never
We
find.
did, yeah.
We'll never
No,
find.
you're
We'll
saying
never
that.
find the time, and I think it might just be us four plus Oliver.
Yeah.
But I'm still game to fucking defend or take back my championship, whatever the case may be. Defend, obviously, because I'll win at this speedrun event.
I was thinking that if we do it,
Mm-hmm.
and the speedrun thing doesn't happen until then, we could do like both on the same day,
I see how.
and then have me handing over potentially the longest running title to who could be the shortest reigning.
That's true. That's true. You win it at the beginning of the day, lose it at the end. We'll talk. It's tough because everyone has their like Christmas vacation or summer vacation.
You should
Yeah.
just retire it.
It's beautifully.
I'll just have the real champion that won it first
Yeah,
at that
I'll-
event.
I'll be
it's
the
the
champion.
only pure thing that has ever happened in that title's whole run, ever.
I won it purely.
Yeah.
I played a game better than everyone else.
I won it twice.
I remember
actually.
that.
My extra
Rock,
life
paper,
win
scissors.
was good.
Oh, right.
I know y'all salty about my extra life win, but that was clean.
I thought that was great.
I was
was
not
clean.
present, but the forums didn't like that one.
That's right. All the TR
Yeah.
podcast podcasts.
The internet
were-
smarks were out in full force.
Pretty
on
cool.
that one.
Oh, okay, let's do a little news. What do you say? Wow, I've got a whole. This is a real slow news week.
Page and a half.
Yeah. No Man's Sky, we were just talking about that. I'm going to jump around the old page here a little bit. If you bought that game on, what does GOG stand for? Good Old Games.
Good old games. Yeah.
GOG.
Holding it down.
The multiplayer is indefinitely delayed for some reason on GOG. Works on Steam, works on consoles. Doesn't work on GOG. Apparently, it's going to be coming later this year, and it's not too surprising because the earlier updates, which I believe... Shit, I knew the name of the update until right now. I forget.
Atlas was one of them.
Before that. The first one that had like loosely multiplayer. It was asynchronous. You can kind of see
where you see the
shit.
light, the balls of light. Yeah, I don't know what that one was.
Whenever that update came to the game, it didn't come to GOG until way later. So this is par for the course.
Everything is delayed, including this.
Yeah. Apparently.
Is this like a problem with GOG as a service? Like, do other games have issues updating on it?
It's not updating. It's like the I think the multiplayer, the infrastructure must be through Steam. It must be somehow tied to like they're using Steam servers to host their multiplayer,
and GOG doesn't have their own servers kind of thing.
I'm sure it's something of that nature. I don't know the exact reasons behind it, but because of this, GOG has extended refunds. If you bought the game on there and this pisses you off, you can get a refund. The interesting part of that is GOG isn't footing the bill entirely. They the refunds are entirely at the cost of good old games.
That's kind of what makes me think it's their fault kind of a situation.
It could be. Because Hello Games is not supporting the refund. They are like, no, we'll make it work. No refunds. Fuck you. We'll make it work eventually.
I mean, they didn't give anyone refunds who bought the game at launch, so...
It's true. It's true.
Do you ever get your Assassin's Creed refund?
No, it's never happening. No. I'm never buying another game on Uplay, ever. Ever! 2 of the 4 games I own on Uplay.
Battlefield?
No, it's Origin.
Right.
You can buy any game, just not on Uplay.
No,
you could buy another Assassin's Creed game, couldn't you?
I bought it on Steam, but you have to play it through Uplay. You have to log in. Oh,
is that just a computer thing?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a Ubisoft.
More you know.
Yeah, it's fucked. 2 of the 4 games I have on Uplay don't work. Conviction and that one you just said. Assassin's Creed Origins.
What's wrong with Conviction?
It wasn't Origins, was
Assassin's Creed Origins on Uplay. The game is Assassin's Creed Origins.
I thought that worked fine for you.
For like, a while. For like a month.
It fucked up majorly.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking of a different game that you are thinking of.
Oh, it could be.
There was another game that happened on Uplay, and I don't think it was that other game you said.
I don't know. I don't think I own anything else on Uplay.
Huh.
Siege.
I have a game on Uplay that I must have played with you.
For Honor, probably.
That's what it is.
I remember, I feel like maybe I'm just having a weird deja vu. I feel like I remember you talking at the old place we used to podcast about how Uplay had fucked you up and they will never get another dime of your money.
Could be. Probably did.
No.
It's very, very likely. EA. That's a video game company. They're making Battlefield 5 right away. Publishing it anyways. Apparently they want to bring cross-platform play to their key franchises. Or so they said yesterday in an earnings call. This is VP. It's not important who he is. And it's really not important what he said. But they publicly have said, what is important is they publicly have said, yes, we would love to bring... Well, okay, so maybe it is a little more. He says, the ability to bring PC to mobile or mobile to console can bring family and friends together, etc., etc., etc. So the way... And again, this could just be, just the way his speech was written. I might be reading into it too much. But specifically, PC to mobile or mobile to console, I think is...
But not console to PC.
Yeah, it's weird that they didn't include that in there or say something effective like, everyone should just be able to play with everyone. Because what EA games can you play on mobile and console right now? Nothing.
It's a Mass Effect game that came out for cell phones.
Plants vs. Zombies, maybe. So I don't really know. It seems a little more sinister than like, enable crossplay, why not? But it does put a little more pressure on Sony to be like, come on, guys. You're the last holdout. We can do crossplay across all these consoles. Like, you are logging into your Nintendo... You're logging into your Microsoft account on the Nintendo Switch now to play Fortnite, and like, it's wide open.
Neat.
It's wide open in a way it's never been. Come on, guys. Come on.
They're sitting on their fucking throne of money.
Yeah.
Did you see the story about EA considering doing a free-to-play Battle Royale game?
I did, yeah.
Well.
I just saw the headline. I didn't actually pull it because I read it and went, yeah, of course they are.
Blake Jorgensen, you know that guy?
No.
COO, CFO, apparently.
Of EA?
EA, yep. They asked him about Battlefield 5.
which they've said has a battle royale mode in it.
They asked them if they would split it into paid and free-to-play releases, and it says, for now, Battlefield 5 is going to be kept as a game mode. The Battle Royale will be kept as a game mode, but EA is thinking about a new free-to-play games in the future.
Yeah, of course they are.
Why wouldn't you? Right?
Fortnite's too big for them not to, right?
Yep.
Everyone in the world is making a battle royale game right now. Speaking of battle royale games, you heard of the Culling?
Yes.
Have you heard of the Culling 2? It launched last
Less so.
week. Yeah, it came out
Less buzz about that one.
It came out last week, and within like 4 or 5 days, had 2 people playing it, an average of 2 players on Steam at a time. And even at its peak, had a whopping 249 players at launch. So the developer has put the game up, and a week later has pulled the game from sale. They will not be making the Culling 2 anymore. I believe they are. I think it's free to play. I was gonna say I think they're issuing refunds, but I think it was free to play.
I think they're issuing refunds as well.
Yeah, I read something about.
Heard something about.
They're doing okay by their player base, but they're going back to work on the first game.
What is it?
It's a battle royale. Yeah,
Is this the one where when you die you become a chicken? Or is that another one?
That is Realm Royale.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know the exact spin on this one, but they've said they're going back to work on the first game, which is a little crazy because with that first game, apparently they had been kind of making changes that the player base, again, I don't play it, so I'm not too sure, but the player base had kind of been like, we're not feeling these changes. You know, you're kind of going a different direction than we want, which is obviously what they did with 2, which is why no one picked up 2. So they've said, okay, we are rolling back the first game. We are taking it all back to the roots. We're going to do everything you guys wanted. We are basically, like, from the ground up, we are remaking the first game, which is kind of weird of, like, oh, you guys didn't buy our second game, so we're going to remake the first one. Maybe just into the second one again. I don't know, but...
Please still love us.
It's, yeah.
I might be able to win a 2-person game of the Culling 2.
Yeah. 50 people were required to start a game, so, I mean, it sounds like you could play on day one, if then.
Mm-hmm.
I think I got 2 more stories. Did I skip one? You guys heard of Onrush?
Do know. Ask me anything about Onrush.
What cars are in it?
Big ones, medium ones, small ones, and bikes.
Well played. Speaking of shitty news in the video game industry, the developers of Onrush, Rushy, there have been some big layoffs after that game came out. Guess it didn't sell too well. Very, I think, like, positively received overall.
Yeah, it didn't seem like it had a lot of legs.
Yeah. Apparently, it sold just over 1,000 physical copies in the UK, which
that's
is
not very many.
That's not very. I didn't even know it came out on physical, to be honest.
That's not a lot of. That's not a lot of physical copies for like Alberta, is it?
No, that's nothing. Sold nothing. And Codemasters have laid off the director of the game. It's also the man who brought us Drive Club. They've said the post-launch stuff won't be affected. There's supposed to be a PC release at some point, but no word on that.
You know what I'd like to say to that man? That poor man who got laid off. I'm sorry you got laid off. You charged too much money for your video game.
Yes.
Your video game was not $80.
That's right. It's a big ask for. It's a cool game. It's like imagine Overwatch but with cars. Imagine Overwatch meets Rocket League, kind of. And it looks real dope. And I'm just waiting for it to come out on PC. But I guess maybe not.
That's it. Just like everything I looked at it, I was like, this looks good.
Yeah.
This looks fun. But after I watched 15 minutes of it, I was like, oh, okay, I've seen it. I don't need to do it for enough of my life to justify a full.
And the Overwatch comparison is like doubly true because it is just online, or it is just you can play it single player, but it's just the like multiplayer mode. Yeah, it's the one style.
The single player is putting you in a multiplayer game with all bots.
It's 6-on-6.
Yes,
no matter what, just like Overwatch. You have an ultimate meter in the middle that charges up.
Just like Friday the 13th.
Just like Friday the 13th.
You got an ultimate meter in Friday the 13th?
No ultimate meter. But you had perks that charged over time.
Last story I pulled, Kevin, somebody sold a Black Lotus for $87,000 American.
It's quite a bit.
Yeah, that's a shitload. Almost 100,000. That's the most that one has ever sold for.
Yeah, it was probably a good-looking card.
It was a 9.5. Yeah, graded a 9.5 out of 10.
There you go. That might have been a car.
That's what I thought too.
No, sir.
Or a flower.
It's a Magic the Gathering card.
Or something.
Yep. The old Black Lotus. We just call them Lotuses now, but
yes.
87,000 grand. Podcast. TalkingRuckus.com is an email address. Good no sell, fellas. Good no sell.
It took me a while for it to click.
Or drop them on the subreddit. That was podcast, TalkingRuckus.com, or drop them on the subreddit r/TalkingRuckus. I have pulled 2 emails. Kevin, why don't you read this one from Zach?
Zach writes in, I have a question today about microtransactions in games.
Whoa.
I totally understand and like the concept of free/cheap games having microtransactions, so stupid people can buy in-game stuff, both gameplay and cosmetics. It clearly works really well, i.e. Fortnite, League, etc. But how do you feel about fully priced games having microtransactions? Is it different when it's gameplay versus cosmetics? Thanks, my dudes.
I think the short answer is,
begin?
as soon as it's gameplay versus cosmetics, it absolutely matters. Nobody feels good about microtransactions that affect gameplay, except for the 0.1% the whales.
I have no problem with microtransactions that affect gameplay.
I can't hear you over the sound of all your money jingling.
Hey, I actually
Scrooge McDuck in his pool.
when I was reading this question, because there was a line I omitted that was kind of a direct jab at me from Zach. But I was actually thinking about it, and I have not spent any money on mobile gaming in calendar year 2018.
Oh, shit. I'm very happy to have you here, Kevin.
It's a weird
Wow.
thing.
It's a big day.
It's a weird thing. I was thinking about it like we're almost into August.
You get your
chip?
Your chip, yeah, your 7-month chip.
If you start feeling weak, you call me.
Yeah.
We'll talk this out.
Support group.
Every
That's
once in a
right.
while, I
Okay,
get the
chip.
shakes.
I'll
but
be your sponsor.
I've been staying strong.
Not a boy. What? Just like no good content? Or is it an active like I'm gonna
Oh
spend?
shit! No,
Just
wait.
nothing good enough
Hold
to spend
on,
it
let me
on?
think.
Yeah.
When did the Last Jedi come out?
Christmas.
December.
Okay, I'm still safe.
Good.
Still safe.
How about a red
forgot
gem
what the question,
in
yeah.
Dragon Age? Nope, Dragon Island Zoo.
Is that cosmetic? That's a phone.
No, that's like
probably
a
progress thing,
yeah,
right?
that's like a get a better dragon
Yeah.
for people, so people pay more money.
I put my first $10 into Fortnite last week.
Oh, what'd you
shit.
get?
It was a luchador skin. And I was
Nice.
like, if I'm going to put any money into this game, it might as well be something wrestling related. So I did it.
How do you guys feel about full price games having them versus free to play games? Something like the Destiny has microtransactions if you want.
Yeah, I don't. And those are gameplay too, aren't they? No, there's cosmetic.
It's
They
the
like dances and
the
stuff.
neon
yeah.
dances, which I actually really like.
Yeah,
I almost feel like, and I totally, I'm 100% the same way as you guys, where it should never be gameplay in my opinion, but I almost feel like it's even worse if it's gameplay related and I've already spent full price on a game.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
100%,
Like,
yeah.
that doesn't.
If it's all cosmetic stuff and people want it, great. I 9 times out of 10 don't and will never do it. But if it's all cosmetic stuff, cool. I'll gladly look at other people that look cooler than my character does.
Yeah, and maybe you know what? Maybe that convinces you to like. Oh, I want to look cool. Also,
But if
here's
they're
a 5. Here's a 10.
doing better than me and we've
Yeah.
both spent the same money on the game, but he spent $20 extra,
That's
that's not cool.
That
That's
situation that you outline is like so offensive that it kind of doesn't happen anymore. Every now and again it does, and everyone goes, "What is this?" And like
Yeah.
things like Battlefront 2, and then they quickly like,
yeah.
"Oh God, fix it."
I feel like that was where it got the attention.
Yep.
That all of a sudden, I don't think anyone's going to pull that shit that obviously anymore.
No, they got to be subtle about it now.
They're gonna trick you.
Yeah,
It's weird too because like people get so offended at microtransactions in games like that, but like World of Warcraft has been around forever, and like it or not, buying game cards or selling game cards is a microtransaction, or
That's
buying a
only
character boost is a microtransaction.
that stuff's only been around for. I guess it's been like,
Like, yeah, like
5 years,
5,
at this
6
point.
years
Yeah,
now.
It totally is. That stuff is so like in World of Warcraft, you're not getting a leg up. You can
It
shorten
is
the ramp.
absolutely. It's a gameplay
It is
enhancing
It is.
microtransaction.
It's for some reason the World of Warcraft specifically, like the things you are getting are so minimal, and the cost of them is so outrageous. Like the 100 character boost, for example, or whatever it is pay $75, get a character, level up to max level. The game in WoW kind of doesn't start until max level, and it's again, depends how you play, but it starts at max level and then you're kind of progressing forward from there. Similar to like a Destiny type of thing. So that stuff doesn't feel as gross, but definitely like on expansion day, if I'm starting the game and Kevin's starting the game and Kevin wants to spend $75, he's going to ramp up way quicker than I am. Days quicker than I am.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of people gave Battlefront 2 the hate because you had to buy the loot boxes to get all the cool characters.
Yeah. And just to get flat out like, oh, my guns do 5% more damage.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still the same vein as a character boost. It's paying for the content faster.
But you guys don't fight each other.
That's
right?
the question I was going to say. And wow,
Yeah,
if he
you do.
pays that $75, that doesn't necessarily affect you. It just means that he's getting there faster than you. Whereas in
Yes.
Battlefront, if he spends money and he gets a better guy who can kill me easier, then it's
pissed.
affecting me.
It's true. I see where Kev's coming from, and it's very hard to explain to anyone who doesn't play World of Warcraft why it's different. Because
No, totally.
it isn't really different, but at the same time, it kind of is. Like, my level 110 character and your boosted level 110 character, like, as soon as we both played them for a day, it doesn't matter how they got to max level. Who the fuck cares? It took me a week to get there, and it took you 3 days or whatever, or instant because you paid for it. But it doesn't really affect it. Whereas in Battlefront 2 specifically, it was like, put $20 in and you can just be 25% better if you want. Objectively, if you roll good on the loot boxes, your grenades are 25% bigger, your guns are 25%
Didn't the
stronger.
story come out about how they were matching people who didn't put money in with people who were putting money in? Did that ever get confirmed?
So that they could incentivize people who weren't spending to
because they were trying to frustrate the people who were not spending money and trying to reward the people who were spending money.
That was like, did that actually happen? That was like
I saw a story about it. I don't know if it ever got.
We definitely talked about it on
Yeah.
the show, so
That
I don't
was-
know if it was your
that was like
crazy
my
theory.
Black Mirror conspiracy episode.
Yeah.
Like, what if they start doing this? Oh, that's so fucked.
I think the big thing for me with microtransactions is I don't care if they're in there, but don't cosmetically, and even like I don't really care if you want to spend money to speed your way through a single player game.
Yeah.
Via or like Shadow of War.
Yeah. As
Or
long
whatever.
as
Don't hit me over the head with it. Like
And-
for me, it's when it's like it's putting on your fucking like inventory and stuff. Just click right here.
on that fortress map, it would throw up ads.
Yeah, we'll
It's
just
fucked.
we'll give it to you right now.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to put a little box on the very first screen when you first boot up the game, fine. But then once I'm past that, don't hit me over the head with it. I know they're there.
Yeah, and we suffered for it in Shadow of War too, because like that ramp was artificially way
That's
longer
worse.
than it should have been, just to encourage people to buy that stuff. And I mean, they claim that wasn't the reason, but then why the fuck? Like, what is the reason then?
Like I feel like Overwatch does it great.
Yeah, it's
for
just
me, where
cosmetics.
and it is just cosmetics, and it's even when you're like, you can look through everything and be like, this costs this much gold. There's a little button down in the very corner where it's, you want to buy some more gold? You want to buy some more gold?
Yeah,
And I'm
it's
like,
very
no, I'm not gonna
subdued
do that.
and-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It for me, even as someone who supports microtransactions, I can't support them in full retail price games.
You just not
If
interact
you're
with
if
them.
you're paying $80 for a game, sell me the whole game.
It's
Doesn't matter what it is. If it's cosmetics, give me the cosmetics. If it's
They're kind of selling you the whole game because you can get all that shit without spending money. They're just selling you the whole game being like, you're going to have to play a fucking lot of this game to get all these other cool skins.
yeah, I don't know.
It's like the horse armor in Oblivion. Remember when horse armor came out? Maybe we're a little too young for
I
it.
didn't play Oblivion.
Oh, but it was like $7 or something, and
heard it
people were
wasn't very good.
so fucking pissed that just the idea that they would dare to sell this. It was one of the first like cosmetic DLCs I remember.
I bought 2 cars in Rocket League.
Sure, and like the games that I like and the games that I think do the microtransactions well, I don't mind.
Giving them the money.
Yeah, totally. If
Especially
it's not,
on a game where it was like, oh, this was only $20 and I've put in thousands of hours.
or free.
Yeah.
What about in sports games?
What about in sports games?
Like, let's talk about microtransactions in sports games. Like,
Sure.
there's that story about that guy who spent $10,000 on FIFA last year on his ultimate team, which is
Getting the
just cards. And you spend money on better packs, you got a better chance of getting better cards. Therefore, your team gets better based on the cards that you're getting from these better packs.
Yeah, that's fine. I personally would never play that because.
But then it also matches you with people with better decks, right? Yeah.
Still, I would never want. I would
Same
not
as
want to
NHL
interact with
used
that.
to. They might still do it.
They still
I don't
do
know.
it. There's still an
The
NHL
EA
Ultimate
SHL,
Team. Yeah.
where you can. Well, yeah, there's that too, and then there's also the EA Online Sports League, whatever, where you play your character, like your play position.
Oh, yeah.
With a bunch of other human-controlled guys at each position, and you could buy these packs that you can keep playing and level up your guy as you play games, or you could buy this pack that's going to give you 10
Bump
plus
you to 99.
shot or whatever. Right?
Yeah,
fucking
that
stupid.
would piss me off for
Well,
sure.
it's like
man.
WWE 2K would be 18. You can buy the loot boxes that have the moves in them and shit, can't you?
There's no loot boxes.
No.
There's definitely
There are
DLC.
But you only get the currency through playing the game. I don't think you can actually
Oh.
money buy currency.
Oh, really?
in
So
2K.
And even
if
those
I
aren't
wanted
loot boxes, I don't think.
even if I wanted to pay my way through that fucking terrible get moves at random system, I
Yeah,
couldn't do it.
no.
Ah,
No, it's all.
See, now you flip
behind.
the other way.
God.
You're like, give me the option to pay my way out of this.
WWE is a confusing game.
2K
always said
said
that.
that they're going to maybe spend some more time on it,
Yeah.
starting for next year. Not
Yeah.
this year. This year's going to suck, but
20.
next year maybe
2020?
maybe
Wow.
slightly better.
I heard, or I thought that if you were gonna do a big revamp, it makes a lot of sense to do it at 20.
Yep.
It's a good number to do it.
Uh huh.
Hopefully, wrestling's good by then.
I don't think I want what they want to give me in a wrestling game anymore anyway. Like, not even quality. Like, even if they made the thing they're making now, but way better quality, I think I'm at the point now where it's like, I don't want to play a video game where I wrestle anymore. I want to play maybe a video game where I like...
GM mode.
maybe that, or a video game where I like work to have a really good match with someone where
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily trying to beat them, but that would have to be a not licensed...
I know
thing.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want the game of not the like, not the kayfabe competing. Like I gotta win
Right.
every match. I want the game of like, okay, you're booked to lose this. Here's how it's gonna go down. You got to hit certain spots.
That's
Here.
like legit in NHL 2K or
There's a mode
2K18.
kind of like that
Yeah.
in WWE 2K where it's like...
You need to lose this match, but you need to lose it with 4 stars
Right.
so that you put on a good match, kind of thing.
Also, the part where you actually play WWE 2K18
Yeah,
fucking
that is the-
sucks.
that is the problem.
So, but there
Those games
are
always look pretty nice.
yeah.
Just sometimes someone no shows during the during the entrance,
picture day
or
or
comes
whatever.
comes out during another entrance.
What the fuck was I? Oh, I totally forgot. Oh, there are lots
Red
of
box
good,
moment of the
Red
match.
box moment of the match. Yeah, there are good wrestling games out now that weren't out when they were making 2K18. There are games that they could look at like Fire Pro, and they could be like, okay, this stuff works. We could learn from this.
Fire Pro looks neat.
Yeah, Fire Pro looks
Looks
really
fast.
fucking cool. I got one more. I'll read it. It's from Alex. It says, "How has Twitch streaming changed the way you guys have played games? How's streaming culture in general? I personally play a lot less and watch a lot more now.
I am not like that. I very much don't interact with the Twitch streaming community whatsoever.
Or even like Giant Bomb counts,
Yeah,
right? Streaming in general. Don't worry about Twitch specifically,
Right.
but
Yeah, video game. I watch a lot of Giant Bomb.
yeah,
I usually watch it while I'm playing something.
that's usually
I almost never am exclusively watching anything but a movie on my laptop.
yeah.
That's
For
pretty
me,
much
it's
it.
almost replaced the demo, where it's like, well, I don't really know about this game.
Or the review.
I'll just go watch it and decide for myself for 10 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, whatever.
Yeah,
I'll watch somebody else play it so that I can just kind of see how it works and go from there.
Yeah, a lot of the way I find games now is just by like going to YouTube and like just waiting for my feed to recommend something for me that I haven't seen before. Click on it, and if it looks good, maybe watch a couple videos, maybe pick it up. The reason I found Slay the Spire is because Twitch recommended it to me, because it's like, hey, you kind of watch card games every once in a while, and you kind of watch roguelike games every once in a while, so here's a channel that's playing Slay the Spire. And I checked it out, and I'm like, this game looks fucking amazing. And I picked it up, and like 5 people I know picked it up because I picked it up. So
yeah. I like No Man's Sky is a perfect example where if this were 5 years ago or whatever, before Twitch was as prolific as it is, I would have bought No Man's Sky and I would have played it and been like, what is this? Now it's very easy to be very informed on a game without actually owning it or playing it. There are millions of hours of coverage on every single video game that go up every single day.
Yep. And I guess by that definition, it has helped the way that we play games. Right?
Totally.
That way you know what you're getting before you get into it, and you don't
Yeah.
have the fucking moment when you crack open Tony Hawk after waiting for it to download on the launch day and realizing what a fucking flaming turd it was and hating yourself for having spent $80 on it.
But the problem is somewhere there was an influencer or something out there playing Tony Hawk and being like, this feels fucking fantastic,
You
guys.
need to buy this.
Yeah.
But at that point, it's then that factors into if you're going back to the same people and doing that. But if you're literally just typing in Tony Hawk and you're picking the top one and you're just watching the gameplay, you know what you want out of it. And if it's not what you want, you're not going to play it.
Well, it's even like you got shithead reviewers, right, who were like,
oh, totally.
I got this game for free, so I'm going to say nice things about it.
Yes.
It's the exact same thing. I think it's like it has brought gaming into not mainstream culture because it has been for a long time, but like talking about video games is not that weird of a thing anymore. Of like, you know, podcast aside, right? Like, if we're out at dinner with some buddies, we might end up just talking about whatever video games we're playing. Where like 5 years ago, even that kind of thing didn't really happen. You were nerds if you were out there doing that.
Well, it was weird. A couple weeks back when I was playing D&D here, the Epcor guy came to change out my water meter, and he's like, "Well, I'm gonna have to come back in. I'm gonna have to come inside when I'm done here and restart your hot water tank."
Did you give him his robe and his wizard hat that he had to put on?
I was gonna say, did you answer the door wearing like big devil horns and a cloak?
Answer me these riddles 3.
And so when he came inside, he's like, my hot water tank is in eyesight of where I play D&D. So he saw the DM screen and he saw us sitting around the table. He's like, "Oh shit, you guys played in D&D?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh damn,
jump in.
am I too late to join?"
It's cool. All the young nerds are now adults. Where like, even in the trades, I could overhear people talking about what I'm so sure. I didn't want to ask them about it because I didn't want to be that guy. But they're like, "Oh yeah, we got this like +1 staff." They're like talking D&D terms. Like, these fucking guys play D&D.
It's the exact opposite of what it has been for a long time. In that it's cool to be a nerd now.
Yeah, because we all have grown up and have jobs and money and like are the purchasers now.
Exactly.
It's a great world. We just got to get old enough to like get into politics. Soon the world will be awesome.
I'm good on that.
Even with like wrestling, because wrestling was big when we were young. Now I can grow up and say to people my age who don't watch wrestling that I watch wrestling, and they're all just like, "Oh, what the fuck's going on with wrestling nowadays?" Because they all used to watch wrestling for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time I tell someone like, "Oh yeah, we went and watched WrestleMania," they try to talk to me about, "Oh, so hey, what's going on in wrestling right now?" I'm
Stone
like,
Cold
I don't know, man. I watch WrestleMania and I watch Royal Rumble and maybe one or two other shows, but
SummerSlam coming up.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get together for that one.
I think I might take a pass.
Come on. It's the camaraderie and the liquor.
Yeah, all right.
Drunkest I've ever seen.
If Braun, we have to actually get drunk. My biggest complaint about the last wrestling event was I remember being there and not being drunk. I remember being like 8 hours or something, and me being like, "This is too much."
A long time.
A, this show sucks. B, I'm not drunk enough.
I was exhausted.
You also had to work the next day, though.
Come the end of Royal
That's
Rumble.
probably totally.
And you guys, I don't think
maybe true.
Were aware of that going in. If you mentally prepare yourself for it, it's a lot easier.
We'll see. Wrestling's bad right now.
It's going to be a good show.
Only if Braun cashes in his...
He's not going.
Cha-ching! Podcast at talkingreckless.com is an email address.
Brock versus Roman.
He won't have his cha-ching on the end of that show.
Oh, yeah, that fucking... Oh, man. Wrestling sucks! Podcast at talkingreckless.com is an email address. Or drop on the subreddit, r/talkingreckless. Follow our brother show, the Sat Pod. Wrestling sucks. You can hear how much it does.
You don't have to watch it if we do and talk about it for 2 hours instead of 6.5.
Honestly, the best way to probably get through that stuff.
A lot of wrestlers died today.
They did 3 of them.
Ooh.
Those comes in 3s.
It's a bad day, yeah.
Ooh.
Normally it's 3 over 3 days or something, but...
Ooh.
You remember Grandmaster Sexay of Too Cool fame?
Of course.
Really? He's young as fuck.
Yeah, he's 40-something.
Jesus.
He got a DUI last week, and they found him in his cell.
Ooh.
Who else was there? I didn't know that other guy, the older guy.
Nikolai Volkov?
Yeah, well, no, I knew
Volkov
him.
was the big one.
Nikolai Volkov was the big one. There's that third
It's
guy
like-
who I didn't really recognize him at all.
And that's all I got to say. If you're maybe you got some free PC time, come on over to talkingreckless.com. No, well, you can go there, but also go to twitch.tv/talkingrecklesspodcast. I'll be streaming. Could really use your support. Come on, say howdy. Who knows what we'll be playing this week? It's always a wild Crazy Gambit.
Got any ideas? Anything percolating at the top of the list?
We're going to finish The Witcher on Monday, probably finish by Tuesday. Tuesday or Wednesday at the very, very latest.
Shit, you've done that entire game.
Yeah, this will be 100% of it. Yeah.
Wow.
It'll be like, and so it'll be 100% minus, we're not going to get every question mark because a lot of them are just like, clear out the bandit camp and stuff. We'll do every quest and minus the horse races and the Gwent tournaments. And it'll be, it's looking like 110 hours maybe, 120, which isn't that bad, all things considered.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be way longer.
Extra 400 hours and
For
you
Gwent.
could have played Gwent.
But yeah, come on and see what's going on.
I love that game.
Witcher's so good. DLC.
You do
so fucking good.
Hearthstone yet?
Yeah.
You did it?
Yeah. I got
You
the
did
same
it first?
ending. Yeah. I got the same ending I had the first time, which was a bummer because I wanted to
Blow the fuck out of that.
Yeah, he
Dwarf?
blew himself up, but we
Yeah.
got like not the funny one, I guess, because everyone in the chat was like, they're like, "Oh, hang on a sec, Brandon talked about this," and I'm like, "Okay, well, he's not gonna blow himself up. Like,
Yeah.
we need this guy." They're like, "No, dude, it's hilarious."
Yeah.
And then we did it, and it was like fucked up and sad. And they're
Yeah,
like, "Wait."
no, it's totally not funny.
And they're like, "Wait, this isn't the clip I watched. What is this?"
Oh shit! I don't know what. I think the one I got. I remember when it happened. I was just like,
He's just like, "My wife left me." Boom.
I can be an asset to your team. And I'm
No.
like, I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna come back here and I'm gonna get you.
I just gotta talk to the other guy first.
And it's just like, he's not coming back.
That's it for me, Kevin. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, Mr. Barris.
That is me. Yep.
Thanks for being here.
You're welcome.
Brandon Lynch.
That's right.
Always a pleasure.
Yes, I'm scratching my ear.
Yeah.
Almost made it to the end of the show.
Right, get it out. Yeah. And you at home, we'll see you here 7 days' time. It'll be the 236th episode of the Talking Rebels podcast. Brothers and sisters, see you then.
Good. Just remember, I call the shots around here, Bubbles.
What season are you on?
Good.
I just got the 8.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like it.
8, I honestly think 8 is where it got bad. 8 and 9 are bad, and then 10 picks it up again. And
They're old,
kicks it out of the
and
park.
Julian is like fat, and Ricky's kind of the only one who looks the same. Barb doesn't even fight. She might be a different actress for all I know.
Yeah, they do some weird characters that they smarten up and realize in the later of the Netflix series where they're like, we don't need
Leahy is
Fucking
ultra gay now. Like,
Dawn is gone.
oh yeah, Dawn.
Oh, I
Dawn's
hated
Dawn.
Dawn.
Dawn is his.
Dawn's a funny dude. Like the person
Yeah.
is a funny dude, but his character in that show's fucking
He's like
stupid.
the open shirt, long hair.
Yeah.
He's
Have
his
you
twin
gotten,
sister right now.
Okay, yes, good.
She just
I was gonna say, have you gotten to that?
she just showed up.
Donna.
Yeah.
I have a chance to sing this girl a song I wrote for this girl
So-
and fuck the shit out of her.
He
Class act.
on the SwearNet, he does like they have their own shows on SwearNet,
Yeah.
and he does a segment called "Getting High with Dawn," where he just does some random like 4 drops of LSD and just fucking they record him for an hour, just fucking like saying all this fucking weird spiritual shit, and he is exactly how he is on that show, but
Great.
even better.
Yeah, it's very weird. The
Yeah.
beginning of season 8, very weird.
There's one stretch of 3 or 4 episodes on not the first Netflix, but I think the second Netflix season, where it's the best Leahy out of all of the show, in my opinion.
Is it the 6 out of 10? How drunk are you, Lee? I still
No.
haven't seen. I don't think I've seen
that's
How
in
drunk
the
are
train
you.
series. Right at the end of when he's in the middle of the lake, and they're trying to decide who's going to arrest him.
Oh yeah,
Jesus, Leahy, how drunk are you?
6 out of 10.
off camera. Yeah. They told me I wasn't allowed to swear at these things. Holy fuck, is that funny?
When he shoots him too.
Sorry, Julian, it wasn't me, bud. It was the liquor.
Trailer was excellent. You should all watch it. I'm gonna turn this thing off. We'll be back on tomorrow for some regular time streaming. We'll finish up The Witcher. I think OJ's on. Maybe later tomorrow night. We'll find out. Thank you very much, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday night. Bye, Emma and Eddie and everyone else.